All right. So, but it's gonna be still in the same format when you put it out.
Yeah. We recording it. We just doing this is a cold open at this point. So
Yeah, we just
just
gonna chop this part off.
Okay, I got
Chop
you.
this part off for
All right,
definite.
so what we talking about today? What we talking about today? I know we got our guests, but I'm still not really sure of what the main
Actually,
topics are today.
actually, we don't have our guest.
uh
Um,
Oh,
I
okay.
haven't heard from him today, so I was like, nah, I don't want to wait for it and be in the middle of the show again and be like, nah, I don't know if he's coming. Like, we're just gonna cancel
well,
that.
I mean, if he didn't hit you back, then he didn't hit you back. That's 2 times, and I mean, I can't
Yeah.
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So,
Yeah, no, I'm with that. I'm on the same energy, so no, we're good on that. We're good on that.
which was interesting because at the end of the day, like I was like, yo, he's 17, so I didn't know like really what we were going to connect with. We're leaving all this in here, by the way. We're not saying nothing crazy. I just told y'all we was recording, so that way we, you know what I'm saying. Y'all say no, nothing super crazy.
Nothing flagrant. Well, I mean, there's really nothing flagrant to say. You try to you try to give people a shot. They say they want to come on the show, so you say,
I
all right,
just say
cool,
I ain't want no Tourette's moment.
This is you say, this is the time we're going on. If you want to come on, this is the day. They say, cool, I'm down. Hey, they come
Yeah,
on.
it is what it is. And again, this is our opportunity to put a light on not only independent artists, but anybody who wants to come and present something to us. And so, I mean, at the end of the day, we value our time just like everybody else. So if you gonna do it, if you gonna come up and pull up, come and pull up, and we provide a great environment. So it's just conversation.
Pretty much, that's what we try to do. Provide a vibe. But hey, it is what it is, Nick. We ain't tripping.
I got a lot. I got a
Three of
lot
us
of people.
rock it.
I got a lot of people that love to come on, man.
Hey, you're the G about that though. Actually, that's gonna be, that's literally you. You got the people coming through. So
yeah,
I want to talk about. I want to talk about Homeboy.
Yeah, I was just waiting on this interview, man. That's why I wasn't. I was just on pause for a second because I was.
I'll take that one on the head. I thought homie was gonna come through. He said he's was excited in the DMs, called me and shit, and then I hit him up today. Hey, but it is what it is.
It's all good.
Yeah, literally. But hey, XCI Radio, we still rocking.
Not to say it ain't love that way. It's just at the end of the day, bro. Like I'm not gonna set aside time to do that again.
Nah, it has to. Yeah, we're good.
We exceeded the opportunity, so
we rocking. Throw us in, Black XCI Radio coming to you semi-live.
we here. We doing this at the same time, bro. So yeah, I mean, we had we had a few topics to run through. I know one that you 91 didn't want to run through, and I don't know how you didn't want to run through it. But since we ain't got no guests, I'm bringing it up, man.
Bring it up.
Man, how do you not want to talk about ASAP possibly knocking up Rihanna, taking her off the market?
Well,
I don't really care about that either.
No, I don't necessarily care.
That's cool. I mean, big ups to him.
I feel like
a lot.
That's dope. That's it. It's celebration here.
Yeah, I feel like
celebration.
That's but I feel like
it though. I mean,
but it's not like a surprise to me though. Like because they got history, you know what I mean? So it's not like it's not really a surprise. Like
that's why I was like, we could talk about it, I guess.
It's a surprise to me.
Like, congrats. Really?
It's a surprise to me.
Yeah, not me because I know they got history. Like,
right.
But I mean, for me, because at the end of the day, like, let's keep it real. Like, I mean, we're not gonna say Rihanna like a hoe. Like, that's messed up. Like, that's fucked up terms to put it. But we know she done been around there. She done got a few niggas.
Yeah, but she don't like.
Yeah, but ASAP been the one that was the one that was like the one, like the one that
they're kind of like the same person, realistically, low key, like in different circles. They're the same type of person. So when
he knocked niggas too.
So you knew it was a real thing.
I shouldn't say niggas, but he
pause. Yeah, don't say that.
They
got a real good chemistry. Like all the dudes.
I mean, there's been some suspect photos too, so I mean,
it seems real to me though, so I'm not surprised. Like
if it's real, if it's fake,
they might have a kid, but I heard it was all cap anyways though.
I don't know.
That's also why I didn't really want to go into it, because I heard it was cap from like 1,000,001 sources. So
I mean, for me, it's like congratulate. I saw a meme earlier today though that like kind of encapsulate like the moment, and it was basically like the Dave Chappelle skit when Oprah called him and said that she was pregnant, Dave Chappelle is like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where my mind went. Like,
so that's what you think this is. You think Rocky is doing like a Kevin Federline right now? Is what you're saying?
No, and ASAP Rocky is doing very, very fucking well, but we know Rihanna's a billionaire now. So like,
yeah, these are things.
So that's where my mind instantly went. I was like, to the Dave Chappelle skit, gotcha, bitch, where he doing all this shit, you know, the kicking Stedman out the back house and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was funny to me.
Before I plug in, I guess we might as well go live on Instagram shit.
But I mean, in terms of like, you know what I'm saying, personality wise and them being in the industry, yeah, you guys are right. Like, they similar in that sense, and they've been running around with each other for a cool minute. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen him go off and mess with his girls, and seen her go off and mess with her dudes. You know, but that's
kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just felt like it was, you could tell, you know, I guess from afar, because it's not like we see a lot of them. But when
I don't trust the
them,
media. I don't trust tabloids. I don't trust them.
I agree, but they give us something to talk about.
But it's like,
yeah. I don't know. I just, like, all I had to say was big ups. Like, if she actually was pregnant, big ups to them.
Yeah,
that's
like, absolutely.
Like, good shit. Like, good shit.
It's gonna be like a little.
I want to see that baby.
Hopefully, well, you never know, because you never know. Two good-looking people don't always have good-looking kids, so you never know.
They both got sizable foreheads.
Wow. So you think the kid's gonna come out looking like Megamind or what?
I didn't say all that.
I feel like that's where you're going. I think that's where you were guiding us towards.
Nah, but maybe you remember we used to do the little Punnett squares or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't have the two genes that line up.
Yeah. No, you never know. That's the thing, because you got two really good looking people or whatever, really successful, talented people. You think, okay, their kid's automatically gonna inherit all those good things, but you never know. The kid might not inherit any of that.
Yeah,
because there's uncles and aunties and cousins and stuff that look crazy. We all know we got not so good looking family members. So, like, not everybody gets the good genes, is all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm not gonna agree. I don't.
I'm not. Yeah, I laugh.
I don't.
We
cousins. Oh, so we're gonna cap. So we're gonna cap. You're gonna cap. You're gonna cap. Say everybody.
I think all of them. I think everyone in my family is very good looking.
That's bullshit. That's a lie. You a liar.
I think everybody's very good looking in my family.
And I think you're a liar, but that's cool that you think that.
Hey man, you get hey, that's your thoughts.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just being honest.
My family beautiful.
Not everybody. We're in the same family, nigga.
My family beautiful.
I can't point out one person that's not good looking in my family. Like, everybody is good looking, bro.
All right, well, I'm not gonna play this game. We're gonna get
that's a dangerous game.
I definitely could play that game, but all I'm
gonna try to go through your Facebook friends and shit.
You could do it.
Start lining them up like Mark Zuckerberg.
I'll tag you. Hey, I'm gonna tag you in some. I'm gonna tag some of my family members so you can.
No. I would only talk about my own family. I'm not gonna talk about y'all family. I would only talk about my own.
It's gonna be like
because you think that I'm lying. So
my own family gives me enough ammunition to talk about. I don't gotta talk about your family.
Hey, yeah, you a cold nigga for saying that though, man.
I'm honest. What the fuck? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap and say.
Invited to the family function.
Your family good looking, man. I think my family is very good looking, both sides, mom and dad.
I'm still invited to any Hill family functions.
Majority of our family is good looking, but not all of us. I mean, shit.
Yeah, we lie.
We got to get some more family functions cracking. That's a for real thing. But you are invited, Tay, when you come through.
Yeah, you been already invited me a long time ago when you had slapping some shit on the grill.
Yeah, I did.
I forgot what it was for, but it was during the summertime.
I think it was like 4th of July or something, but we're going to start doing that again, though. We definitely get some family grills going because I like to do that type of shit. So we're going to definitely have people over, get some drinks going or whatever. And I'll cook for everybody and come through. Actually, you should probably cook too at some point since you're the chef, my dude. I just grill.
Yeah, I'll get in the kitchen and help you out. We can make some shit happen, bro.
That's actually probably a really good segment that we should probably film at some point too. Like, that's just a throw in the bag.
Speaking of, I actually came up with the thought this morning. And I was like, because you know how niggas be on YouTube and shit, and like they'll put out like they recipes and shit.
Yeah,
it's definitely a white person thing. So I was thinking, like, what happens when we make those recipes and we try them out, like black ass taste? You know what I'm saying?
I'm down because I like watching those types of YouTubes. One of my favorite YouTubes to watch is like when people try other people's food. Like, it'll be like Caribbean people try each other's curry goat, or like black mom tries other mom's cornbread. Like that shit is hilarious because everybody has something to say.
I be watching that shit too.
Exactly. So I'm down if that's something.
Well, I'm not talking about switching cultures. I'm not talking about necessarily that. Nigga,
I'm down to try whatever. I like food.
I get the concept though.
Yeah, we with it. Both of us are with that. We got to do it at your house.
All right, bet. Shit, we gonna be fucking some white people shit up, like the macaroni with the raisins in it, like.
Yeah, we gotta really try that shit.
It.
We got really.
I'm down though. I'm down. I mean, I tried anything once for the most part.
Let's do that shit.
That's gonna be something we gotta figure out how to do, but we could do that. We can film that live. We got cameras.
We got hella cameras.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually had that thought this morning. So that was funny that shit came up.
But
yeah, we definitely gonna end up doing something. No, I gotta like do another fight party or something since I'm over here on this solo tip and shit like that. And y'all niggas know y'all invited all day, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, we gotta have a little.
You live in the city, man. Why haven't I been to your house yet?
I don't know, nigga. You don't ever hit me up when you're over here,
bro. You know what? You know what? You work a lot, bro.
I do.
Yeah, you work odd hours. That's the situation. Because I'd be over there too, and you'd be like, bro. "Oh, I'm at work." I'm like, "I'm trying to make music," and you're like, "Oh, I'm at work." I'm like,
it'll be like a fucking weird ass.
Nigga, I go to work at 3 in the morning
at like 3:00, and this nigga will be at work. Like, damn, nigga, I'm in the city.
You just gotta hit me. You never know.
That's the situation. Like, I'll be just right around the corner from your house, literally, like the other day with the family, and you be like, "Oh yeah." I'm at work though. I'm like, man.
I go back to work at 3 in the morning. Shit.
I feel it though. So I used to have crazy hours too, so I get it. Yeah. It's just funny though.
Well, actually, I was supposed to go in at 4. I'm going in at 3 because I got a principal conference I need to go to.
Yikes!
When the next time you gonna be free, bro? When the next time you got your day off?
I'm actually going to San Diego this weekend.
Shout out to Low Key. We got some people in the live.
I asked you what you doing this weekend. I said, when your next day off?
Nigga, I don't know. I gotta look through it. That's why I'm like, my next day is off.
Hey, he'll hit me though, literally like.
Nigga, we'll talk about it.
He'll be like, "Yo, cuz what you doing today?" I'll be like, "I got all types of stuff to do." I say, "Oh, well, if you free, come through and make some music. I gotta show you this MP."
Nah, nigga, I ain't gonna let you cap. I hit you up last week. Week on Sunday. It was like, yo, I'm off on Saturday. You roll through if you want to.
You know, Saturday is a crazy ass day when you have a newborn that's about to have a birthday.
Nigga, every day is a crazy day when you got a newborn. What the fuck is you talking about?
But it's amped up. It's amped up a little bit closer.
He said, you know what? Thursday ain't so
what
bad.
What about Monday and
Saturday?
Tuesday?
On that first birthday though, the first birthday, like the week up until the first birthday, you already know it's a little extra crazy. That's where I'm at right now. So yeah,
preparation, planning.
Man, we over here talking about real dad shit.
Yeah, so I was just about to ask you, like, speaking on that, like, how do you feel within your first year of being a dad? Because we both already dads. We've been dads
I'm still catching. I'm trying to catch up to y'all, exactly. So it's cool to join the club. I appreciate it. She's the dopest thing I think I've ever created, for sure. Mm-hmm. She's super smart. Aside from all the like legitimate baby stuff, like she doesn't sleep sometimes, all that like normal baby shit. But she's actually a really good kid. Like, I super appreciate being a dad, and she's pretty dope. So I don't know. I like it. She's my little road dog. We kick it. She like to kick it with me. So when I'm making music and shit, she be chilling with me and like listening. She likes the headphones and
so she running the fuck around.
She is trying to walk now, so that's the situation. But really, she tried to climb or anything. Like, I'm really just a ladder for her to get to other stuff right now. So it's kind of crazy.
Getting used and abused already.
Basically,
found out how you could be a tool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She knows. She knows. But you know, it's cool though. You know, we rocking it. My girl's a super good mom, so that helps out a lot. She lets me be able to do this kind of stuff, and you know, she just really holds it down. So. It's cool.
I got a question for you, bro. Cause you're in a relationship.
Slap it.
I'm a man who I like the idea of relationships. Well, before I even go further, do you plan on getting married?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me continue now. Okay, as a man, I like the idea of relationships, marriage. Being united with one person and, you know, having a family and all of that, the American dream, like we was taught as kids, you know, have a family, get married and all that stuff. I like the idea of that.
Traditional 0.5 kids.
but I found that there are a lot of discrepancies in trying to pursue that
That dream.
kind of unity with somebody. So for somebody like me, it's difficult because I got certain standards and morals for who I want to be with and build with. So how is your relationship, and how do how is it for you from the start when you got with your girl,
Mm-hmm.
and up until like right now, how long y'all been together for one?
Man, that's a sorted story because so let me go way back. We dated for like
Just in total, without all the breakups and the breaks and all
Not
that.
all the
Just how
breakups and the
like how
breaks.
like how long have you been dealing with her? Like,
okay, so like 4 years total,
okay,
4 or 5 years total.
okay, and from the start up until right now,
Mm-hmm.
how has your how was your how did your view from the start up until right now change about relationships, if it did change, and what like what have you learned, and what did everything that you've been through with her teach you, and as far as wanting to be a good dad, appreciate having a kid, and
Mm-hmm.
respecting your relationship, like.
So let's see. Start from the top. Just having, as you guys know, having a kid with somebody is already a big ordeal. Whether you're good with them or bad with them, like it's a it could be a tumultuous situation. Luckily, we were cool. We didn't us having our baby wasn't like when you get married and you're like, oh, I want to have a kid at this point in time. Like we were actually super surprised when got pregnant because we were doing legitimately everything in our plan not to get pregnant. We were on birth control and everything happened. But we got pregnant. So we're like, okay, well, I mean, what are you gonna do? We enjoy each other's company. We really do like each other. We love each other. She been down for me. She is a really cool chick. So I was like, I feel good about this. Like let's ride it out. And so we've been riding it out, and it's been pretty cool. I'm not gonna say we don't have ups and downs or arguments and all that type of normal shit because yeah, we're blending two different types of people. I'm pretty like I'm a different character, you know what I mean? And she's a pretty traditional lady. So, it's a little bit of blending, but with the help of our like families, our families really get along. I'm super good with her sister and like her mom and everything kind of same. She's really good with my mom. They talk all the time. So I think that helps. You got to build like a lot of different bonds, and I don't know, you just got to be ready for shit cuz like I guess having the baby with her, having my daughter with her like really taught me like a lot about her because we were dating, but how you're dating and you're solid with somebody, but then having a baby with somebody like shows you a whole different side of their like maturity level, how willing they are to just do stuff. And she's like the ultimate like get it done mom. Like if something needs to be done, she's there. Um, she
It really
stays up.
it really shows you what type of person you are.
Really, right. She lets me do like this type of stuff. Like I said, she'll like, stay up with baby so I can go to work and like really do whatever I gotta do to, provide. And she lets me go to the studio if I need to, like she's real cool. Like so we
She supports you.
oh yeah, she's a super support system. She posts my music, she listens to my shit,
So see, you guys make sense together.
Yeah,
Like,
we try to as
you
much as
guys
as
make
much as we
sense
possibly
together.
can. We try to compliment each other because like before we even had baby, we were really good friends. Then we started dating, and then we had a lot of fun while we were dating, and that kind of grew into I don't want to date anybody else. Like we went from reconnecting to hanging out, talking every day to like I don't want you to go to a separate house. Like I don't really like
Yeah,
that feeling. It's uncomfortable.
yeah,
So she would stay over, and then her staying over graduated into we gotta get our own place. Like
yeah,
let's just get our spot. So we got a spot,
yeah.
and then we were there for a little while. We were for like a year and a half, and then we had our baby. So it's just like a kind of graduation of things. But
It's
ultimately,
progressing.
like
It's
it's dope.
progressing. It's progressing in a positive way.
It's growth for sure. It's growth for sure, and it's all going up. But yeah, man, it's a ride for sure. It's definitely been something. I'm like, if you would have told me like 3 years ago that I have a daughter right now, and you know, I'd be like, hmm.
So it was far out of your mind.
But I'm super daddied out. Like daddy mode is my shit. Like 85% of the time I'm daddy mode, and the other time I'm at work, and then the other time I'm creating with you guys or creating music or doing whatever. So it's
And do you okay? And you guys respect the fact that you guys have lives outside of the relationship.
yeah, I think that's kind of like the thing. Like I try to give her time to like just be herself because she's with baby majority of the time. So when she can, I'll try to let her like, go kick it with her sister or go do whatever she wants to do. She wants to get like a massage, which she's actually supposed to do pretty soon. You know, do that type of stuff. Hang out with my moms. Like I like to kick it with baby by myself. So we'll just kick it, watch cartoons, and chill.
You
Let
guys,
her
you,
let
you
her sleep
guys, you,
in.
you guys have a harmonious union.
We try to keep it as harmonious as it can be. Like I said, I'm not gonna front. Like we're not perfect at all,
No, no,
but
no,
we're
no,
trying to
no,
make
no,
it
no, no.
work.
We know we all know that dealing with somebody you're gonna have your certain little ups and downs. Like we all
Mhm.
know that, and
Mhm.
that's all just a part of just learning the person. You know what I'm
Pretty
saying?
much.
That's all you doing when you have ups and downs. You just learning that person. Because once
Yep.
you had that argument or y'all had that discussion or however y'all go through it, it's like you're not supposed to do it again. Like that's the whole point. You know what I mean? And it's like
Mhm.
if you're doing that in your relationship, I feel like you could thrive. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
that's
think where
essential. Yeah.
I think where you started at was key though when it comes to relationships, and I'm learning that with mines now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Where you said y'all started off as friends, like everything was a
Yes.
gradual step. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And I personally can't say, I know from experience. Like I was in a 10-year relationship with the mother of my child. We didn't start off as friends. Like we just started dating, and then 2 months in, she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you
Yeah,
know
it's
what I'm saying?
difficult.
The relationship I'm in now, like we started off, I didn't even talk, like when I first met her, I didn't talk to her for like the first 3 years, like of me knowing her like that. Like it was high and by, but we didn't really talk like that.
Mhm.
And then gradually we became friends, started to really get to know each other. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, we built on, and it was like, I really love being around you. You know what I'm saying? And then you
Mhm.
built on in that same way that you spoke on it. So I think in terms of building a relationship, yeah, it has to be with somebody that you've built up that with in order for it to work in that way.
Gotta have that bond.
It
Mhm.
helps a lot for sure.
Gotta have
Cause
that bond and that chemistry.
and we were actually, it's funny because me and her were just talking about that. Like we know we have baby and everything is like baby centered, but we got to make sure that we still do stuff for us. Go out. Now that baby's a
Absolutely.
little bit older, 'cause she's about to be 1, so now we can leave her with my mom and we can go do stuff that we used to do because we used to go out like real date type shit. Like we would just go and
Yeah.
drive certain places, locations,
Yeah.
like so
You
just doing
feed
that
you
type of
Absolutely.
you
shit.
you feed and nurture the relationship. That's important.
Yeah,
And I feel like that's why a lot of relationships fail because they after a while you get used to somebody and they start to feel like your homie instead of your partner or somebody that you romantically involved with. You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know about that. Like I'll take exception to that, because what I disagree with is it's not necessarily that you look at them as a homie, because I look at my girl as my homie, like that's my best friend.
Mhm.
But it's more so, and I heard this in my past relationship, you start to look at each other as roommates.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, I've
That's
You
heard
know
a
that
what
for
I'm saying?
sure.
that's a
I've heard
better
that for
term.
sure.
That's the better term.
Well,
Yeah.
because like it's like a thing, like because when we're kids, I guess you're grown to like when you grow up, you're like when you love someone, you think it like you love them and that's it, but you don't understand that love is kind of like an all the time reoccurring like commitment type of thing.
Yes, you have to
Mhm.
keep doing. You have to keep love. Like love
Yeah,
is not a feeling; it's an action. It's what you do,
Yeah.
right. You got to
what you
keep
say.
building it. You got to
You
keep
know,
building it. So it's kind of like it's like you say, you got to what you do and what you say. Like it's all those things together. So learning that, like I said, in this relationship has definitely been a cool thing. Like Black said, we've all had past relationships where we maybe thought this might be the one, but certain things were amiss. and different things like that. And
and you had to learn. You had to you fucked up because it was some shit that you had to learn. You ain't learned. You ain't know yet.
Yeah,
And you just learn from your mistakes. You know.
Yep. You know, at least, well, hopefully, you know, that's what this whole process is growing. You hopefully learn from mistakes sometimes, but
yeah, hopefully, you know,
hopefully.
hopefully.
sometimes you got to bump your head a couple times, you know.
Hey, I know I did. I ain't gonna lie. I got a few knots still.
Yeah, relationships, but that, you know what I'm saying, relationships, like you said, man, it's something that you got to grow into, something that you do have to build that bond, and hopefully you do, because then you end up in these relationships where, you know what I'm saying, you may not hate the other person at the end of the day, but you realize after a certain point of time, like, man, we really did this for what?
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it can be like that for sure. Like, you know.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm. But that's a perfect segue into another topic we had though.
What was that?
So I read and I took the screenshot today because I thought that shit was hilarious that they have this petition for Will and Jada going around for them not to speak on their relationship anymore.
I seen that, bro. I'll sign that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll sign it twice. I'll sign it, my name and my daughter's name.
I'm really tired of like seeing their relationship being exploited like everywhere. Like, don't nobody want to keep seeing that. Like, I feel like I don't want to know them in that light. Like, I don't want to know them like that. I want to know them how I know them when I first started liking them. Like, you know what I mean? Like Will and Fresh Prince, like that's in Men in Black. Like that's how I know Will. That's how I like Will. Like it Jada and whatever movie she was in or whatever she was
the
doing.
Matrix,
like,
all types of shit.
That's how you
set it off.
Yeah, like it's like that's how you know that person. That's how you like them. Like when you start getting personal relationships, that's just messy personal business. And it's like now we know them in another light that it's like it's hard to even look at them.
I think it
before when we
I think it goes to like simply the J. Cole lyric. Like I want that Jada and Will love, and like the perception that we had of it for so many years up until they did the Red Table and August Alsina came out and said he was dicking Jada down. Like
but like, then even it goes further than that though, because in the progression of the mudslide of now we find out that Jada secretly like is still in love with Tupac, and if he was alive,
we've known that
for a while.
I didn't. Okay, well, I'll speak for myself. I didn't know that, and I didn't. You see the memes of like all the people in her family are bald.
Like Tupac.
Bro, hey, that shit was funny as hell.
It's aggressive. Whoever makes
shit was funny as fuck.
Whoever makes these memes is on it because that shit is crazy, but they do all look like Tupac. And it's like, wow, like what's really going on? And then she talks on the table, talking with her girlfriends about how like I don't want to misquote her, but I guess you know she was unhappy sexually or whatever, so she's trying to figure it out. And I guess that's how Auggie came.
That was a misquote.
Okay,
that was with I believe it was Gwyneth
Paltrow. Right.
Because she had, I think it is either a book or something sex related out, so they were talking about the subject.
Does. Yeah, she has like a show or something, like a podcast.
Yeah, and so basically what Jada actually said was being married for that long, you have to find different ways to keep the sex up.
Which I'm probably sure is true, for sure.
Yeah, so it got taken out of context, and it got taken like she was saying like, oh yeah, Will can't get it done.
But that's the whole thing. This whole thing is out of context because we really shouldn't be talking about your personal shit out there like that. Because you know, on the back of everything that just happened, and then you say some shit like that.
Shit like that, away. People take it right out of context of what it is.
Exactly.
You know
so
you gotta watch what you say.
You really can't frame that in a really good way unless you start off with saying, I don't know, fucking my husband been digging me down since the day we met, blah blah blah. I don't know. Like I don't know how you would phrase that, but you can't do all the stuff beforehand and then talk about that and not have it look funny.
Yeah, but with them too, like people are all like just kind of taking a lot of their quotes out of like there's a part in his book, and I haven't started reading it yet. Like I just have it sitting on the dresser. I'm waiting for the semester. But there's a part in there where he talks about him having so much sex like that he would cry when he had sex. or
Yeah,
after.
I saw that quote.
They
Yeah.
basically made it out to make it sound like he was just, like when they took the quote, they made it sound like, oh, Will's a bitch. This nigga's over here busting a nut and crying afterwards. Like, what type of shit is that? But I think like what I got from it is there's actually emotional trauma in what he wanted from that behind the reason why this was going on. So you know what I'm saying? It just goes to show, like, when it comes to them, a lot of the stuff is going to get taken out of context when you hear it. I don't think anything August Alsina related was taken out of context. But
no, I don't think she said enough because what she didn't say said more than what she did say. Like the way she said entanglement and the way he had
the way he looked, it was like entanglement.
Right, and the way he had to be like, what really happened? And then he had to ask her in a different way, and he had to ask her a different way. It's kind of like, I don't know. It just looked crazy. Then you have him over here having to absorb everything that happened. Like this is a private moment that should happen in your house, not in front of all of us. And so it was just extra kind of like, I don't know what the word was, like cringy. It was just weird. It just gave me a weird feeling. So I'm like, I don't need to see this.
Side note, how do y'all feel about August doing the whole entanglement song and shit after the fact?
I feel like that shit is corny.
He a slimy nigga. What do you mean? He a slimy nigga because he already did the slimy shit. So
that shit corny. He didn't need to do that to his character though.
Right, because he already kind of looked away. So then doing that makes it seem like you're like, ha ha ha, I got one on you, nigga. And it's like
because he already got one. He didn't need to make a song about it. Like he already did what he did.
Right. Like Will, I guess, whatever agreement, whatever they had, whatever was cool. He might have been cool with it then, but then you over here pressing buttons, that's gonna get you touched up because now you're over here being extra.
And then not to mention, like he had a personal relationship with the kids too, with Willow.
He was Jaden's friend. That's the weird part.
Yeah.
Like you can't invite your friends, your kids' friends over, and then you end up dating your kid's friend, and then
also the part about that I'm like confused on too, and I'm just like, I would be so weirded out by it. Like, did the kids know? And then if they didn't know, like, how do you feel after the fact, knowing like, yo, y'all had me around this dude, he was dicking down my mom, even though he married to my dad. She, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a weird complex. Like,
it's a whole. That's the whole thing. The whole thing is kind of weird, and it's like, it's a lot of weird, really. And it's like, I don't even know where to start because there's so many levels to the weirdness. Like even on the table talk where she has her daughter right next to her, she's talking about these things. I'm like, I understand her daughter's an adult, but no matter how adult I am, there's going to be certain things that I censor.
I don't speak about.
Don't say it around my mom. You know what I mean? Just because out of respect. You know what I mean?
For real.
It's just kind of weird, but she's over here talking about really intimate, crazy details, and maybe that might be a mom and daughter thing. I don't know.
I think it has to do with them having an open relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like they seem to have like a really free relationship with their kids.
Free love, for sure.
From when they were young. So I mean, at the same time, I look at that in like the openness that they seem to have with those two. Like they probably knew about August.
Probably did, maybe. Who knows?
Well, they had to know at some point because, like you said, he was his friend. So how do you've been to sleepovers with your friends? You understand where everybody is.
But then just disappear. But then also,
reappear?
Bro, because we know at childhood it would be like niggas would get pissed off when somebody be like, man, your mom hot, like I dick her down or some shit like that. We can't act like we ain't have friends who will talk about niggas' moms like that.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, that them fighting words between the homies, like we gonna catch this friendly fade. You ain't gonna talk about my mama like that. So I honestly, I don't know how I can see like, yo,
the separation between
how can I be your homie knowing you actually digging down my mom? You ain't just saying she hot and that you would smash. Like, no, you really actually fucking my mom.
Well, I don't think they're homies anymore though, because you don't see anything with them or anything like that. Like, well, you don't really see a lot from Jaden in general, which kind of sucks because I like his music, but that's another topic. But
yeah, Jaden hard.
He is, but you don't really see a lot of who he hangs out with or whatever. So I don't know if they're still friends or not, but I'd imagine it'd be kind of hard to not choke you out. Like literally smother you.
Okay, I don't think Jaden is choking out August.
They're about the same size. I think it's a fair fight. It's a fair fade.
1v1.
It's a fair fade.
I think Jaden will beat the shit out of August.
I think it'd be a fair fight. I don't know who would win because I never seen, but Jaden has that kind of punk rock angst.
Jaden know how to kickbox.
He's been working out too. Actually, he might be bigger than Auggie now.
Oh
He's
yeah,
been
you know
working
what?
out.
He know judo too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I was thinking more so in that moment though, like not right now, but yeah, probably right now. He
and
might.
see, and that's the thing. These like James Smith, he has the ultimate time to learn some Batman type shit. So he might know some shit that you don't even know that exists. Like you said, he know Taekwondo. Like who knows
That's
what
the
this nigga
power
really
of
knows?
money. Like you get to just sit there and do shit. Like the
Yeah.
nigga went out and filmed a movie. I don't think I've seen him in one since.
Well, he's doing fashion and stuff now. Like, he does a lot of crazy shit. So it's like, I really don't know what he knows, but I do know if I was him, I probably would have a hard time not snuffing out August every time I saw him.
Every time.
Every single time. Like it doesn't, I don't think it would die. Like every time I see you, just because I would have to try to snuff you.
Hey, this shit is off topic, but it occurred to me like earlier. I'm like, damn, when I was talking about the Mount Westmore shit, who will be on the Mount Westmore shit? Bro, I was like, bro, didn't nobody mention G Perico?
Ooh.
Okay.
Nobody mentioned G Perico, bro.
Ooh, that's disrespectful because we fucked up. That is a good one.
Okay, so we talked about this, right?
But musically, though, I don't know if he makes
the reason why we okay, it's not that I don't like G Perico, it's not that I don't like Joe Moses, YG.
Yeah, me and you talked about this on the phone.
It's not that I don't like what's his name, RJ, Ty Dolla $ign, none of them. They just don't have the years, the influence or impact to be put on the Mount Westmore. You see what I'm saying? Like
for the new generation?
For a new generation is a different argument. But
yeah,
we talking about
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
New generation, I think G Perico doesn't get his just desserts because he did all that time in jail.
Well, yeah, kind of same thing with Greedo. Greedo would be in that same kind of category because he has a lot of almost Gucci like fanfare, but he hasn't been out.
He hasn't been out of jail, so he don't get the same run.
G Perico been on this shit though. He just finished the 21 flood. Now he about to do the 22 flood.
Yeah, he's doing this business thing. He got the shirts.
He just went on tour.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing stuff for sure. Like, I'm not trying to say he's not, but
no, we're not saying
As far as Rushmore, I feel like he's still going up to it. Like, if we talked about this maybe in like 3 or 4 years, he's gonna be on it. But like right now, I feel like he's still kind of climbing up to that part. He
like in terms of new school. I mean, I feel like you definitely got to put YG on
in
there.
The West,
though, Nipsey, yeah,
YG, Nip, but then the other two are like kind of toss up.
G Perico gotta be up there because he's following Nipsey blueprint, so he gotta be up there.
Because some people would say, like you said, Joe Moses. Depending on where you are, some people
not Joe Moses. I was just bullshitting when I said a lot of them names.
I know.
For me, it's not about.
Would say Joe Moses though.
For me, it's not about what you. It's about where you are right now in time. So yeah, like G Perico is moving up in stature to a lot of people, and if you know about him already, then you know you're good. But he's not on Nip's level yet. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not even comparing the two. I'm just saying as far as he is the who else in the West got the influence or the impact? Like J Perico is the only one that's doing it right now.
YG, Tyga, anytime them niggas drop, it's gonna
go. Hell nah, bro. Hey, this nigga said IG Tyga. I'm not. No disrespect.
I can't really say
YG drop. It's gonna go.
No disrespect, but nah, bro. Them niggas ain't them niggas. Bro, G Perico teaching niggas about to get businesses.
I'm not saying he's not.
He motivating niggas to get out there and do their shit.
I'm not saying he's not better influentially for people. I'm saying when it comes to this music shit, them niggas is.
That's kind of where it gets a little foggy. That's where it gets a little foggy, right?
I'm not saying influentially. They've
been out longer.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're more influential. I'm saying when they drop, it's gonna hit harder. It just is.
I'll be right back, y'all, real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like nothing against G Perico. Like I fuck with G Perico, but like in terms of influence musically, I mean when Tyga came back with that
in
shit,
the West though, Tyga is not influential in the West, bro.
Musically,
Tyga in the West, bro. Bro, I do not hear niggas. I ain't never heard nobody. Hey, I ain't never heard nobody in LA riding around listening to Tyga, bro.
You ain't heard
and
nobody
that's
banging
no disrespect.
that. You ain't never
That's
heard
no
nobody bang.
that's no
That shit was
disrespect
one
to
of the
Tyga.
hottest. That was one of the hottest songs the other summer.
Bro, what year are you talking about? Bro, you talking about some old shit? I'm talking about right now. Who's listening? I ain't never heard nobody banging Tyga in their car, bro. I ain't never heard
you
that
ain't
lately,
heard nobody banging Taste.
Hold on, that's not
No,
true because every
nigga,
time
You
no.
ain't heard
Tyga
nobody
drops,
banging Taste.
Niggas is
haven't
not
really-
listening
that's
to
my
that no
point.
more. That
you
shit is
haven't ridden with me because
old.
I listen to Tyga, so I can't let you cap like that, sir.
Every time Tyga drops,
Bro, that's
he has
you.
You can
he
listen
has
to
a
old
song
Tyga. I
that's
still listen to
called-
old
What I-
Tyga.
Bro, I'm talking about what I hear in the streets, bro. I do not hear niggas listening to Tyga, bro, or even talking about Tyga.
I'm talking about when
Nobody,
he drops.
bro.
When he drops, it's not.
When
He has a
he
weird.
hasn't dropped.
Bro,
the
the only
album.
time
last
I hear
album he dropped?
Tyga is if I'm
Is this
if
the
I'm in
last album he dropped?
Hollywood, like by clubs and shit, or if I'm somewhere like where it's popping and they playing music or some
Last
shit.
album he
I
dropped
don't never
was
hear niggas just listening
1920.
to Tyga, bro. Bro, I hear
don't
his
know.
shit when I go into the liquor store. When I go into the liquor store, I hear Tyga playing on the radio. Or when
speaking
I
for
go
just-
into like
You
malls and
speaking
some
for
shit.
just his
I don't never hear
demographic.
niggas banging
Because
Tyga in their
if
cars.
you're talking about what niggas is banging all day, then I'm gonna throw Blast on there.
Yeah, or Rimbo.
I fuck with Blast.
Rimbo.
I said Blast for the Mount Westmore.
But
Y'all,
he's too
y'all
young,
niggas
though.
said
New-
nah.
No,
too
we
new.
were talking about in
Yeah.
totality. We were talking about like that's why we had guys like
Bro,
Snoop.
in
in there.
totality,
If
bro,
you're talking
right now,
about
niggas
new
is
school,
not, bro, Tyga is hot because he already got leverage, bro. He got leverage, bro. Niggas is
Yeah.
not listening to Tyga like that, bro. Niggas is not driving around banging Tyga in their cars, bro. When I'm
When
in the
that nigga
city
drop.
around, bro, I don't never hear nobody listening to Tyga, bro. I
when
don't.
that nigga drop.
I don't,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, let him
On
drop.
the
When he
radio,
drops, he's on
the
there.
only
If
time
it-
I'm gonna hear somebody banging
Hey.
Tyga is if they probably listening to the
Hey,
radio, bro.
If that nigga drop an album
No,
today
radio.
and they got some cuts on there, he getting
Niggas
played.
do radio, bro. And
No.
that's no disrespect to Tyga, because I fuck with Tyga. I like Tyga. You
It's a
feel
little
me? The old
disrespectful.
Tyga, like the Black Thoughts Tyga. I fuck with that Tyga. But nigga, I'm talking about right now, nigga. Niggas is not listening to Tyga. I don't never hear nobody listening to
No,
that.
he's taking his album time off, but when I can't take because I don't really like fuck with Tyga like that no more. But I can't diminish what he does when he drops. When that nigga drops,
when he dropped the Taste and he had that run, or when he was dropping
that
Taste
was 2 years ago, a year and a half, 2 years ago.
And Go Loco and all that shit. Like, yeah, that shit was fire.
That was all within the last 2 years.
But nigga, I was not hearing niggas banging that shit in their cars. Still,
You didn't hear Go Loco in the cars?
No,
I
nigga,
did.
no,
I did.
I
too.
did.
I heard
Nigga,
that
I did
cars.
it, nigga.
Hell,
I
I
heard
was
it,
one
nigga.
of them.
I heard it in car shows.
That's why y'all niggas heard it, nigga.
I heard
Because y'all
it,
niggas was the ones that was doing it.
Hell,
Nighttime
I wasn't
drive.
the only one.
East LA. I
Bro.
heard it all through East LA when
I
I would
heard
drive
it.
there. Like, you hear it.
This nigga said
Yeah.
East LA, nigga, Mexicans, bro. I'm talking about niggas.
Nigga, I'm in Torrance. I heard it with the white folks. I drive through South Central. I hear it
y'all
over
niggas,
there.
Y'all niggas
I
is
go
not
through Long
understanding
Beach.
what
I
I'm
hear it
saying,
over
bro.
there.
You're not
So
understanding
that's
what
exactly
I'm saying,
what we
bro.
saying. Like, it got
Bro,
reach.
y'all. I'm talking about niggas, bro. I'm not talking about white folks. I'm not talking about Mexicans, bro. I'm talking about
South, I
niggas.
said
Is
South
not.
Central.
I do
Long
not hear
Beach.
niggas in their cars banging Tyga, bro.
South
I
I think
don't,
you're just
Central,
not
bro.
around the
Long
right
Beach.
people.
I
'Cause a
don't,
lot of
bro.
people, whenever he drops, like
I
I
don't,
said,
bro.
it's not a constant thing. You're not gonna play
Unless
him
it's
all
on,
the time.
unless they listening to the radio, bro. That's it, bro.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure he's on somebody's Spotify, like up there.
Of course, but I'm talking about what I hear when I'm around the city. I don't never hear nobody just put on Tyga. Like,
I
never.
mean, hey,
I
don't
never
know what to tell
hear
you.
nobody.
hey,
No, that's nobody's go to.
you can
like
agree to
nowadays.
disagree. No,
I
I'm not
hear it.
saying you can agree to disagree. But when that nigga drop,
He's up.
I know I be hearing it.
It's up. Yeah, his numbers are up. Everybody hears it in a
Nigga.
lot of different places.
Y'all
And then he
niggas is
dies
not hearing
down.
what I'm saying, bro. I hear it too when he
Bro,
drops.
you
nigga.
saying like when you
I hear
when
it too when he drops, nigga. Of course, nigga. Like I hear it too.
So you
nigga,
think
but-
you're the only nigga that hears it?
No, nigga. I'm saying, nigga, bro.
It's not super.
You
popular,
saying
like
it's a
Blast
consistent
or
Never
thing.
mind,
You
bro.
saying-
Never mind. Nah, never mind.
I think you saying
Nah, never
like
mind,
niggas
bro.
ain't putting on the Tiger right now to run back the taste.
Bro,
That's not.
nigga.
I run back to his old ones though. So I mean, I don't know what to say.
Nah, never mind, bro. I don't. Nah.
Well,
Like I
let's
said,
talk about.
we can agree to disagree.
Nah, it ain't
But
even about
at the
agreeing to
end of the day-
disagree. It's just y'all niggas not understanding what I'm saying about the topic. Like y'all, I hear what y'all saying. I hear it too when he drop. I'm not saying that, bro.
Now you saying niggas don't really play Tyga like that. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
I hear what you're saying,
I-
but we are both saying that we know and heard and know other people and heard other people that we don't know playing Tyga. So like we can't jack it. But I get what you're saying.
Hey man, I dig it, bro.
He's not hot though. Like I give you though. He has a
black?
weird wave. Like
Was
he
they
goes
black?
from being hot to not hot at all.
Are these people you talking about black? I'm
I've
talking
seen
about
all.
niggas.
I've seen black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian.
No, I'm only talking about niggas.
You call me backpack.
All right. To specify what I'm saying, I'm talking about in the hood, bro. In the hood, niggas is not.
Oh no,
listening to Tyga.
we picked that up. Yeah.
No, I got it. He's a cornball. He's definitely a cornball.
Niggas is not listening to Tyga in the hood. To specify what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
in the hood, niggas is not listening to Tyga, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Everywhere
else outside of the hood, yeah, they listen to that shit because they not in the hood, bro. They don't got the hood mentality.
I've heard it. What I'm going to say is it on repeat? Probably not.
Hell
but is it played? Yeah.
That shit ain't even a go-to.
It depends because if I'm DJing a couple parties, there's a few Tyga songs that will throw off that would help.
In a party. Nigga, I'm talking about
if I'm at home cleaning up,
I'm talking about in a car, riding around.
Riding around, I throw that shit on.
Car rotation, yeah.
I don't.
What y'all be listening? What y'all be listening to nowadays by Tyga? What's on y'all playlist by Tyga? Right now.
You want to pull my Spotify?
No, you don't need to pull it up. Just tell me.
If it comes up, I'll listen.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my dome. Like
my shit pretty random. Like if it comes up, I'll listen.
I'm not a Tyga head. Like I don't have a million and one songs.
All right.
And most of my shit that comes up,
it's okay.
I listen to the Eric Hill radio. So like what comes up on mine's like basically it'd be like 14 shit, but I listen to his newer shit too.
Look at all this Tyga. Look at all this Tyga in my Spotify. Hold on.
I dig it.
It's a lot.
I dig it.
I like them, but
what's up, man?
I don't play them like all the time. But if it comes up on a on like a playlist, I'm not gonna skip the song.
I ain't talking about that.
Unless it's Honey Cocaine, I'll skip that one.
Unless it's Honey Cocaine.
I ain't talking about that.
Why you gonna do her like that, bro?
What I do? Why
you do Honey Cocaine like that?
She only had like 2 songs with him.
And nigga, you gonna skip the 2 songs?
Yeah.
You only gotta listen for 6 minutes.
He has better songs.
Nigga said I'm skipping those though.
Yeah.
Tyga hard though.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're not saying he trash. You're just saying like he's not somebody that niggas go to.
He ain't the best rapper. Like I ain't gonna go there. Like he can make a hit.
No, but he does know how to make it. Like I don't know what he does, but whatever he does when he drops is always a hit.
Most of the shit that comes on when I play on my Apple Music, it'd be like shit like "Fuck It Right Boy" with 2 Chainz or shit like that. It'd be like older shit. But like when they do play the newer shit, like I don't turn it.
Yeah, he always has he always has a hit. But we forgot 2 people, like if we're talking new that we didn't bring up, that I feel like one of them might have a little bit edge on the other one. One is Drakeo.
Okay.
And Booblux.
Yeah. See, if we're only talking 4, I got Blast over both of them anyway.
That's tricky because like I feel like they have more weight than Blast has. Blast has a lot of heat right now and his wave is building, but Drakeo has that
nigga Blast punched through the wall. I ain't trying to
No, Blast is
instantly selling out all over America.
You know, Blast is like
was in London, bro.
I want to say like I want to level Blast with like
that nigga's a superstar, bro.
Who would he be now? He would be like a Weekend almost. Like he's gonna be.
I don't know if he's hit superstar status though, but like over here, definitely.
All right, he's a star. He's a star.
Definitely,
he's
definitely here. But
he's
like,
definitely nigga famous, and he's definitely white famous for sure.
He's making the move all over the place.
He's a star.
Like our cousin in Texas, like he hit me instantly when he got tickets to the Texas show. Like he sent me all the videos and stuff. Like like he big all over the place.
So yeah, he's literally the stamp for LA sound right now. Like if you want to talk about LA like vibey music, not just rap, but like vibey music.
Oh, that's why I said Blast, man. Because even though he knew, nigga, he took over the sound of LA, nigga.
Like, oh yeah, but we wasn't talking like right now though. So I think like basically what we ended up getting separated at was we were talking like whole time, like from existence of rap, and you was talking about newer artists.
I thought niggas already had that one.
Nah, because Mount Westmore is like older artists, so we were thinking like everybody, and we didn't
But
feel like you could put a newer artist comparative to somebody like Snoop who's been doing it for decades.
yeah, it doesn't work.
But I'm saying though, like nigga, we need one for the new generation
But
though.
Oh
Mount
yeah,
Rushmore,
absolutely.
Because that mountain
Absolutely.
is gonna forever be that mountain.
That
So it's
mountain.
like we
Yeah,
gotta make
yeah.
a new one.
Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, like with that being the case, yeah, absolutely. But for me, I mean, you got to throw Blast on there if that's the case.
So
'Cause
okay, well let's cap it off. Who we have on
I
there? We got
say,
four
nigga,
heads.
I say G
he
Perico.
say G Perico,
I
but see,
Gotta
can't.
be on there.
my
I
thing
can't
is
really
Blast Nip. I got to throw YG on there.
Blast, Nip, YG, G Perico. That's four already. I feel
See,
like
but I want to go Tyga, and it's no disrespect to G Perico.
I don't feel like Tyga is consistent enough, but also G Perico doesn't have as many hits as Tyga has, so it's kind of rough.
Man, you crazy, bro. That nigga been what?
I'm talking about hits
I'm
though, like not
talking
like good
musical.
songs. I'm not saying good songs whether I like them or not. I'm talking about hits.
Talking about that radio shit, man.
It's part of music,
It's part of our whole industry, bro. I can't discount what you do on the radio if you only like. It's not
especially
my
when
fault that one is a radio rapper, one is an underground rapper. Like I can't
especially
control
when
that.
you can't get away from it.
Right. And if it helps you, it helps you. Shit. Like I'm not gonna say Tyga don't
But it's
release.
like,
When
what if
everything
niggas
on the radio.
choose to go that route to where they're not looked at on to that up to that status. So it's like
Then you have to do
you
a
can't do
lot
that.
more. So then if you don't have the numbers that because radio's just numbers. So if you don't have the reach and the numbers that the radio's gonna give you, you have to do way more in other levels.
But
Like
you have to
building up
be,
community,
but you
all
already
that
know
shit.
that involves major label shit, bro. What if everybody don't want to fuck with the major label shit, bro, and they still doing their thing, thriving like a motherfucker, better than niggas that's on the major label, bro? You can't do that. Like that's why I'm saying you can't do that, bro.
No, he's thriving. He's
Yeah.
thriving musically. He has his core base, but I mean, at the end of the day, for me,
Tyga has
Tyga has
always had a major label, bro. Like you can't do that, bro.
but then
Like you act like
that gives him that shit.
y'all niggas act like he got where he at because he just did it on his own, bro. Like no, nigga, that nigga always had a major label, bro.
Oh no, I'm not arguing he got it out the
Like
mud.
nigga, so
Right.
it's like, bro,
But I can't say
G
him
Perico
having a
over
label is a
Tyga,
knock
bro.
against him though.
G
Like he got a
Perico over
label.
Tyga on the mountain, bro.
I
Fuck
think
that.
I think
Fuck that.
I think you're putting your analysis is you're adding in the hustle to get there and what he's done in totality. And we're not knocking that.
I'm talking about from beginning to right now, bro.
Yeah, and we're not knocking that. Like Tyga, absolutely. Like I know his story. Like he got basically he got the handout. He acted like he was Travis McCoy's cousin to get in the room, and then all of a sudden he had Wayne, he had the Young Money help, and all of that shit.
Which
Like
was
we know the
game.
story.
Good game.
We know the story, but ultimately he's still up there for me.
It's just I don't know. There's a few people I would put. So there's a whole bunch of people we're skipping though. If we're talking new.
Like, and then also like because like I said, we know Tyga's story. He also like kind of just hung around Schoolboy Q to get the Hoover influence and all of that shit too. Like I'm not saying like he hustled from the bottom to get his shit. Like absolutely not.
I feel like Tyga's kind of a tough one because he goes up and down.
That's for me.
I just don't think of Tyga when I'm talking about the West.
It's because we don't like Tyga. Like Tyga's not the type of dude that you want to
Tyga don't come to my mind when I talk about West Coast rappers, bro. That's just what it is. Like,
no, I feel it.
Come to my mind.
I get it.
He's not somebody that you.
He's not a West Coast rapper to me. Like he's not a West Coast rapper to me. Like
I get
what you're saying. Like in a lineup, I wouldn't want to pick him to represent us. Like that wouldn't be a good show. But I understand why he would get the nod over somebody else because of all the accolades and stuff that he has done and how long he's been doing it. Like I can't shit on his career just because he has a label. Had he gone independent, would he done better? Probably not.
Isn't he independent now? Because I think there was a nice long minute where he just kind of fell asleep. I think he's independent now.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I don't even know. That's the point, though.
I believe the last project was independent. Let me look and see what label it was on.
Probably was. That's how it goes. You sign with the label, like at least you used to go. You sign with the label. And
yeah,
you get fucked, and then
the last one was through him and Empire. So yeah, and Empire gives niggas the opportunity to do their shit on their own. So yeah, that's basically independent.
But yo, so we're missing some people because I'm just not gonna be disrespectful and discount some people that we didn't say. For the new people, like Mount Rushmore 2 or 3.
I mean, for the newer people, yeah. Give me
Halen for real.
I love Joe Moses for real, for real. Like when you said Joe Moses, I was like, nigga, I love listening to Joe, but like he not like that's the reason why I said no to Joe for real. But I love
would Joe Moses be like a Dom Kennedy or be like a Drakeo?
No.
That's the tough part, right? Because I feel like both of those people would beat Joe Moses. You know, I like listening to Joe Moses too. Also
he don't be Dom for me, hands down.
Yeah, and there's some people that like I like J Rock a lot, but a lot of people wouldn't put J Rock on their list. But I like him a lot. I feel like he has enough musical verses and shit like that to really do, but he doesn't do anything outside of music enough for people to be like,
nigga, Kendrick definitely got to be up on there.
You know what the problem with oh yeah, see, then you have to put Kendrick because he's the new school. But you know what the problem was with J Rock? Yeah,
Kendrick is definitely new school.
So, okay, so how we would do it is he would be number 2 Mount Rushmore, and then number 3 Mount Rushmore would be more like Blast. Because Kendrick's been out for like a decade or something like that right now.
For sure. Well, hot, like noticeable since like 12.
Okay, so they can't be in the same category because that's like putting Drake with him, and Drake would be more like with a Kendrick because they've been same thing, kind of linked.
So I guess that's kind of the whole Tyga G Perico thing y'all kind of talking about, huh?
I guess so. Because then I wouldn't want to say like Vince Staples also. Where's he go?
Yeah, because Vince Staples, he's been doing it too for a minute. And like he kind of came up, and then Tyler too, because Tyler and Vince Staples kind of go in the same category.
They would probably be on that Mount Rushmore number 2, I would want to say, but then that's already 3 heads right there. It gets tough. I don't like the 4. That's the really.
But then also, I don't look at Tyler as a West Coast artist either, too. But then when you realize he's from Hawthorne,
like where I'm not gonna give anybody else the credit for that. Nah, we birthed that. That's
yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying in terms of like just what Tay said with Tyga, like he don't look at him as a West Coast artist, and I understand that. But I don't look at Tyler as one either.
But I feel like with the Tyga thing, it's more because like,
I wouldn't even put him on the mountain though. Tyler, I wouldn't put him on the mountain.
That's really crazy. That's crazy because his musical catalog is crazy. His talent is crazy. He can rap and do other stuff. He produces, composes, all this other shit.
I know. I'm up on game.
So if you put all those things in, he does more than all the other artists we just spoke about for the most part. So he already kind of washes them out from an artist standpoint. Like if he does all this other stuff and you just rap, you have to be a Jay-Z
from full straight music, from like the
like he does too much.
I get what you're saying. What's your argument against Tyler though, Tay?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know. I just don't really look at him like a rapper. I guess
I could follow.
I can see that. He's more like a new school West Coast Kanye.
Well, see, that's the thing. To me, he's like more alternative to me, like alternative rap to me, like.
I see what you said, but you guys told me last week that a rapper is it's how you perform it. Because you guys were talking about Dr. Dre.
That's why I said
I wouldn't say Dr. Dre's a rapper, but
that's why for me he's a new school version of like Kanye.
Yeah, except for he writes his own stuff.
Except he writes his own stuff,
yeah. So he's even more of a rapper than Kanye would be because he writes his own stuff. Kanye performs it.
Yeah, Tyler is dope. Tyler is dope.
But then also we leave out the Game.
But that's like old school though. Nah, Game was before Kendrick. Game was 2000.
Game got to be on.
So where would he fall in? Because
Game. I feel like Game missed it. Like
Game would have to be in that first Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, he missed it. He missed it by a little bit. Like he came at the wrong time. Like
so if he was a little bit later, I see what you're saying. He gets washed out by the first wave. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I feel sorry for him, but I ride with him.
and I fuck with him because he used to be my favorite rapper. Like for real.
No, he's definitely up there for like as far as like all antics aside, all the goofy shit aside on Instagram and all that bullshit he be doing and scamming niggas and all that bullshit. Rapping, he's top tier. But he can't even release music anymore. So
word.
Yeah, because
because he's getting sued. So
he owes homegirl like a stupid amount of money.
Go straight to her.
Right, so he said, I'm not going to release any more music because it's like.
But I mean, you would think that would be the reason why you release the music. Just give her the check and just move on.
Make so much music that doesn't matter. That's what I would have done, or just pay the girl.
I know he got a lot of. I know he got a lot of music that he could just drop. I know he got a gang of shit.
I think it's more like a pride thing with him. He's more like, I don't want to pay this bitch nothing, so I'm not going to pay her nothing. So he's not going to do it.
You know what I didn't like?
Not with him talking. Not with him giving relationship advice and shit. I know y'all be seeing that shit.
He gives
Nah,
relationship advice.
I don't really pay attention to
And
Game.
man,
He's
that
too
nigga
corny.
be,
Like I don't follow him on Instagram or anything either because
yeah,
he be doing corny shit all the time.
I just come across it whenever I just get on Facebook and shit.
Nah,
But he
I
be
just
like little
listen for
shit.
a good
He be
Game
trying to
song here and there.
give advice to niggas and shit
Don't
about
give
how
me
to
no
treat
advice,
about
Game.
how to treat women and all that.
I
Don't
ain't
give me no
going to
advice.
Game for no.
Nah, don't give me no
advice.
advice.
And I honestly fell off a Game when like he felt like Dr. Dre for me.
Yeah,
Like
that's
his
what I'm
rapping,
nigga.
you knew he was writing it, but like his song started to sound like when he would rap, he would sound like whoever was featuring on that song.
Yeah.
He needed 50. 50 was that fire.
Like that for me was when I like, because like it was that, I forget what album it was, but I remember it's like one of the songs on there was featuring Tyler, and it just sounded like Game as Tyler featuring Tyler.
Oh, that was LAX.
Yeah. And like from then on, like it just sounded like he was trying to mimic whoever was on the song with him.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the thing with Game. Like he's such a good rapper, he's so flexible that he kind of falls into that.
But that was actually his flex though. Like he would flex like he would flex that. Like that was his flex. Like he would do that on purpose to flex.
Yeah, he could
like,
do it.
How flexible his rap abilities are. Like,
but see, that's dope when you have a standard style. That's kind of dope because then you can fall back to standard style. But then you can't. He did it so much you can't say what his standard style is anymore. He got washed a little bit because he did it so much. Like if he was like a Twista, but then he slowed it down sometimes and rap like somebody else, you'd be like, oh, that's a flex because he usually does this. But Game flipped his style so many times. If there's a new wave, he flip it. If there's a new style, he'll flip it. The triplets, whatever.
So did y'all fuck with Jesus Piece or not?
Yeah.
That was after LAX and all that. And
I'm not saying he can't make a hit because he definitely does, but it's just hard to.
So that's a whole album.
No, Jesus Piece was dope. I liked a lot of songs on it, but it's like,
did he sound like himself, or did he sound like somebody else?
It's hard to say what Game is, who his self is, because he sounds like so many different people.
This album did sound more like Game. Ali Boombaye was one of my favorite songs. I loved All That in Celebration. Those two in particular, though, did sound like he was trying to sound similar to artists on the song.
Let me look
at those are the radio ones
I really like.
But yeah, the album wasn't bad though.
The album was one of his greatest albums ever.
You got me looking because, all right, how'd you guys feel about the documentary too? Because the documentary 1 and 2, I feel like would be more so if I was gonna say, like, if I wanted to give somebody some Game, like, oh, listen to Game. Those are kind of two ones that I would pick because it has enough of him on there.
Heard songs, but I haven't heard it all the way through.
Which one? Number 2 or number 1 or both?
Number 2.
I heard number 1 for sure. If you ain't heard number 1,
if you ain't heard number 1 all the way through, then
hey, I would slap you.
I would just.
I'm not even gonna talk to you about music.
I would just end the call now if I hadn't heard.
Actual, like what?
If I was.
And Doctor's Advocate was hard too.
Yeah, that was definitely hard.
But see, that was hard because of Dre and 50 and all that whole situation.
Wasn't he with them on documentary too? I mean, not documentary.
He did work with Dre on documentary 2, I think.
I didn't mean documentary 2. I meant documentary, but I said 2. Like, didn't he work with?
Oh yeah, like as well.
Yeah. Was 50 and Dre. I don't think
that's what I'm saying. So what you mean?
I don't think the Doctor's Advocate was much 50. I think at that
point
was
more Dre. That was definitely more Dre for sure.
Yeah, I think by that
Aftermath, right?
Yeah, by that point he was beefing with 50 a little bit.
So then he was Aftermath. Okay.
Then after that, I think that's when he split.
Because let me see if
I was gonna when he dropped LAX.
Yeah. That's right. 2 songs on here that are hard. Well, there's a lot of songs on here that are crazy, but I don't think I forgot that they were on this album. Like they came out as singles and different shit, like 100 with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
They came out as a single, so I forgot that was on this album. But that's a really good one from this song. I would tell someone to go to.
That's on LAX.
No, that's on documentary 2.
It's on documentary 2.
And then another one with Kendrick Lamar, On Me. That is a really hard beat flip in that one. So I would tell people to step that one.
Documentary 2. I think documentary 2 was like
2015.
I feel like that was a real like comeback album to me. Like I felt like that was like a real comeback album. Like he was like, I feel like that was like an appreciation album to me. Like he did that like for the fans because he really like, I feel like he kind of took it back took it back to the basics.
Get back to a little bit, yeah.
And that's why I would say that's a little bit more game. Like if I had to say what is game, that was it. I think because it was more like you said, back to the basics type shit. But it was better than what he first put out because of course production. He's a better rapper. He has more to talk about. But that's game. I think if you had to say what is game, if I had to pick an album, I pick that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. Too much
For
water.
sure. We'll carry it, but shit. How come we didn't say nothing about Rucci?
I fuck with Rucci. I was banging him today.
Yeah, I mean that's somebody that I listen to a lot, but I don't really think
I'm not putting him on the mountain
tops.
though.
Yeah,
he's not going on the mountain.
It's rough. It would be rough to put him on the mountain because he doesn't have enough of the things that we talked about. Like he has a lot of fans, but not more fans than say like a Dom or something like that.
Yeah,
or even RJ because we didn't say RJ yet, but
yeah, we didn't say RJ.
We got to talk about RJ with Black because I think RJ might have an argument. Even OT Genesis argument.
I wouldn't put him on the mountain. I don't even think he's an argument.
How come?
Nah,
I want him to represent us more than Tyga, even though Tyga has more hits.
That's y'all niggas saying Tyga. I don't even want Tyga on there.
I'm just saying, like, okay, even over.
Bro,
I don't know. OT is
nigga, yeah, that nigga not over G Perico.
All right, Black. So this is what you missed.
Never.
Strap up, Black. This is what you missed.
Okay. Wow.
Me and Tay are talking about, or Tay and I guess to be correct, are talking about two people that I brought up that I said we've kind of forgot. First, I started with Rucci. And then I brought it to OT.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, and then so what you walked in on us talking about was OT
RJ too.
I did say RJ. I said RJ as well. My bad. Shout out. So what we said was we forgot about those people, and he said OT wouldn't be on the list.
I brought up RJ.
I said, why not OT? So that's where we were at.
Okay. Why not OT?
That's what I said.
He's not going over G Perico.
Not over G Perico, no. But why not OT?
He could go over somebody else. He'll go over Joe Moses. We have a real Crip-centered number 2. We got to find a way to even this out because Bloods are out there. Like there's some hard ones, but I feel like they're.
It's just OT's ability. Like, be real.
Throw the Crip walk in.
How many OT projects have you listened to in totality?
None.
Most of them.
But how many OT bangers have you got down with?
A lot more.
None, but I've heard them all.
But that's kind of the thing with OT. He's more of a single artist, not a project artist. Like you go to him for your club hits or for the fun turn up. You don't really go to listen to a whole OT album unless I wouldn't even want to listen to OT straight through like that anyway. Like he's only good for one good song.
It depends. If you hit me with all his singles on one album, then I'll listen to it all the way through.
Yeah, those are all the singles, nigga. I'm talking about.
I get what Tay's talking about. Tay don't want to listen
to
a whole
I get what you're talking about.
OT
like if you're talking about OT throwaways, then I probably don't want to listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like if we talking about a standard track too, then probably
I'm not talking about a greatest hits album, bro. We're not talking about that, man.
That's what I'm saying. If you give me
we're not talking about that.
If you give me an OT greatest
I'm talking about project. I'm talking about a project, nigga.
Type album. Like it is all singles. It's Bay. It's the one that the new single he got out. Nigga. Like it's those tracks back to back. Those type of tracks back to back to back.
This nigga found a loophole. This nigga found a loophole.
Yeah, he basically said if I could make a mixtape of all the OT songs I like, then it would be dope.
No, I'm just saying. If he created an album of like songs like that to where it was the OT flavor all the way down from track 1 to 9, then I'll listen to it all the way through. But if it's like if you got standard
15 tracks, you're gonna listen.
15 tracks. To that. If it's 15 tracks,
you gonna vibe to that all the way through.
No. If it's 15 tracks with that OT Bay energy, hell yeah, I listen to it. But if it's a traditional track too, where it's like this is a skip, then we're not doing that.
Damn, we're not talking about it's a skip. So again, I guess that's why OT wouldn't be on the list because he has it's a skips. I didn't say that. That was Black. That was Black.
No, I didn't. That's why I said in the beginning. I was like, when it comes to OT, how many full OT projects have you listened to? I can't say that I have.
I didn't even know that he even dropped projects.
Me neither. Like for me, I think he just drops singles and keeps it going. But he probably, I would assume he does. Let me search him right now. Hold on.
Wow.
Because
that
that's
was
actually a
91 is out of that part. That was Black and Tay Man.
Last album on Apple Music is Coke and Butter in 2016.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of around the time.
And he's been dropping hella songs since.
Singles, yeah.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back.
Cut It wasn't even on that album.
Yeah, because that was like more recently.
Nah, that was before that actually.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Yo, we forgot some people too. As I'm looking through my Spotify to go to OT Genesis, we forgot some people that I'm not really sure where they will fall. Some are R&B people, so they'll get excluded that just rap well.
Do Versus not do they live on Instagram no more?
I think you have to go to YouTube now, I think.
I'm gonna have to pull this up. No, I'm not pulling this shit up on this computer.
Yeah, I think you have to go to YouTube. But yeah, okay, so OT's out, I guess. What about RJ?
No.
How come?
Because no.
Give me a better reason than that. No.
Who am I putting them over? Don't worry, I'll wait.
What's our 91? What's our list
91?
Again? What's the list again?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
What's the list again? It's for number without he would be like number 3 Mount Rushmore. So he would be with the Blast with the
He's not with Blast.
Okay, above that one, he'd be Mount Rushmore number 2.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
You don't like RJ then?
I fuck with some of his songs, but he's not on that level.
Okay. Well, I would rank RJ over OT personally, but that might
in terms of totality, yes. But if you're talking about like hits, like no, OT got him on hits. But like, yeah, if you're talking about collectively, RJ over OT, yes.
Oh, sure. Everybody.
RJ got some albums. I ain't gonna lie.
That's one of the ones.
That's why I said collectively.
Album all the way through.
That's why I said collectively, yes, over OT, yes, without a doubt.
Yeah,
but
RJ is he does this shit with his projects?
But Blast, no.
No, that's not.
G Perico, no.
But okay, so hold on. Is Blast really a rapper though?
I don't even have RJ over Joe Moses. I fuck with Joe Moses, bro. Like I don't even have an RJ over Joe Moses.
I think I might have him tied. Too. That's a close A and B for me. I don't know who I will put A or B.
You can debate it, but I don't have him over Joe Moses. So like no, like RJ. That's why I said and take out who.
Okay, so and who else did I say? Oh, Rucci, but we already talked about Rucci. We're like, no, I like him, but he's not. He doesn't have it. We didn't mention Schoolboy Q though. And that's rough because he falls in that kind of game thing where he's in between,
yeah,
right under a really good Kendrick, Mount Rushmore. We're gonna title that one Kendrick Mount Rushmore because we know he's on the top of that one, and he's in between this new Mount Rushmore who would be headed off by Blast because of course we say Blast is the best one. Although I don't know if I would consider him a rapper, but for now we'll say that. So I feel
Blast is not a rapper, man.
I don't think so either.
When it comes to it, though, he kind of like Nate Dogg. You just fall in. He's our new school Nate Dogg. He fall into that category where it's like you can't really call it R&B, but
soulful.
It's melodic. It's just melodic. It's melodic talking. Like
I call it street gospel.
Because if you listen to what he's doing, like he not singing, like he's still kind of hitting you with some like bars and framework on the bars.
He just harmonizing.
Yeah.
But would you call him a rapper though?
He on some Drake shit.
We getting into semantics.
Is Drake a rapper?
Yes.
Yeah, because he raps more. Because he raps more than he harmonizes.
Because he raps.
No. Because he raps more than he harmonizes.
No, but we could
distinguish rapper.
But we could distinguish his.
But see, Blast raps in a harmonic way. Like he's spitting 16 bars. Yeah, but he's doing it in a song in a songful melodic way. Yeah, like go back and listen, bro. It's not standard R&B 8 bar. It's not R&B.
Oh yeah, like, for sure. He definitely mixed like he definitely mixing his own little shit. Like he created his own little sound. Like he did that.
Yeah, he's definitely in between the genres, but I don't know if I could just call him a rapper because it's like saying it's like it's Trey Songz a rapper.
This should be tricky. This should be tricky, bro, because
it is.
I don't know, bro. Like
it is. It's
Like,
mad tricky because it's hard to categorize.
motherfuckers is getting so creative and doing their own thing, like so where it's like, it's not the standard rap that you grew up listening to, knowing that okay, that's rap. Like, cause shit is different. Like now, motherfuckers is adding auto tune and all type of effects to their voices. So it's like,
yeah,
damn, like
is Travis Scott like just
really
a straight rapper, or you know
like,
what
is
I'm
it really
saying?
rap?
Or
Travis Scott is
Don
a rapper
Toliver,
more than anything else.
Don
Travis Scott is a
Toliver.
rapper. Travis Scott is a rapper.
Yeah,
That
more than anything
nigga be
else.
spitting.
Okay, Don Toliver. Well, I don't know if he's writing all this shit.
I don't listen to Don Toliver.
I would say, okay, so he's like a Blast, like a Bino. Like they are their own little category.
No, Bino is a rapper. He just has way too much auto tune on top.
Yeah.
Yes, go back and listen. It's like Little Baby times
Bino
3.
be rapping.
Bino be rapping. He just has Little Baby's effect on a little too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
Well, we already talked about Little Baby. Why we don't, that's
a whole different subject. Bino for sure. Like you can't say he ain't rapping. Like he be rapping.
That nigga be rapping.
All right, I retract Bino, but the first two, they're like in their own little category. Like you said, Nate Dogg, but I wouldn't call Nate a rapper, but I wouldn't also call him an R&B singer. Like you said, they're on their own little.
Man, that nigga Blast be singing a little bit, man.
A lot of
he be harmonizing,
a whole lot of bit, like because all of the songs that I got of him on my playlist, man, I be singing them. I don't be rapping them. I be singing them, motherfuckers. Like so, it's like the nigga.
I feel weird to call him a rapper, right?
Rap. Like no, I get it, but like also Don Toliver, like what is he categorized?
That nigga's not. I don't even listen to him, but I heard the shit that he had on the radio. Like he the one that did the Lemonade shit, right?
91 put me on the Don Toliver.
Yeah, Don Toliver's dope, bro.
He's got some shit.
Yeah, he got some beats.
I heard a few of his little shits like on YouTube when I was just searching on YouTube, but I don't fuck with Don Toliver like that. Like I don't know.
It might not be your vibe. I don't know.
In listening to Don Toliver, I understand that.
Yeah,
but also I still like it, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Like you have to like be into it. But I think Blast though,
it's definitely a certain flavor of music that you have to subscribe to for sure.
Yeah, I think Blast is up in the head of Don Toliver in that frame because he definitely got the best of both worlds when it comes to it. Because like I said, he's not doing your standard singing shit. Like he's giving you 16 bars. He just kind of singing it.
Yeah, but it's just weird for me to call him a rapper. Like I don't feel like he would call himself a rapper though. I feel like he would call himself a hybrid of some other things, which is good. That's cool. I like that. And I think
probably not. But like, okay, and similar in span, right? Like, what would you consider Ty Dolla $ign? A singer, more than likely, right?
Singer songwriter that can rap, like Chris Brown, like.
But he don't do what Ty Dolla $ign does.
It's not that they have to do the same thing, but it's just the amount. For me, it's the amount of what you do. Like if you sing way more than you rap, you just happen to rap well, like a Chris Brown. Okay, but you're not a rapper. You can't just rap. You're still a singer. But
yeah, but when you listen to Chris Brown, he's singing like it's an R&B song.
But it's different. It's different levels of singing though. Like you don't have to just always be like Mariah Carey hitting high notes singing like you feel me? Like
oh yeah, I get it.
Just holding a tone is singing, bro. And that's what that nigga be doing, bro. He be singing.
He definitely be singing for sure. And even on his like techno-y stuff, he's still singing. So I have to call him a singer that
when you hold it, bro. When you hold the tone, bro, that's singing, bro.
Yeah, so he's definitely a singer for sure. But that's kind of like the funny part about it. Like you said, it's hard to categorize some people. Mm-hmm. It's easier for some, but it's harder because then you got other people that you will fall into like way different other sides. Like we were talking about the R&B side of categories and people. What about people like I don't know, like MGK, Vic Mensa, like Childish Gambino. Like
Childish Gambino is perfect.
Childish is a good rapper. He's an amazing rapper, but I don't know if I would call him just a rapper because he does so many other things. He's almost like a hybrid. Tyler.
He's a hybrid.
Blast
is a hybrid too. Blast is a hybrid too.
Yeah. I wish he was from the West Coast because I would say he would be on our Rushmore.
These niggas is hybrids, bro. They be mixing singing and rapping, bro. That's what it be. That's why we can't tell like if it's singing or rap because they be doing both. Nigga.
They be doing both, yeah. So I mean, I don't disagree. That's why I was just saying, like, it's just hard for me.
Yeah,
but I definitely put Blast up there still, just because of the impact and who he is. And like I said, we can't distinguish.
That nigga's
distinguish him as an R&B artist. Like you can't.
Nah, he just an artist, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an artist, bro.
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
He's a recording artist.
Yeah, I would say that's more fair than calling him a straight something, like a one thing or another. Like he's like you said, leave it open.
Yeah. All right. Well, shit. Well, we did do a little bit of talking about him. So I mean, well, kind of his former protege / enemy. So I mean, we can go into this part and we can talk about 50 Cent, man.
50.
What about
a career? What a career.
50.
50 is my guy, man. That's one of the people I really want to get next to. Like, for real. If I could ever, like, not even just on music shit, just like to soak up some game.
Man.
50
a cancer like me.
I don't know. What's that mean?
He just calling out his sign, nigga.
I don't know anything about cancer, so I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's good.
As long as I know stay away from Scorpios. That's all I do know.
I mean, shit, I don't know nothing about no signs.
It's just
my homeboy is Scorpio.
I don't know. He might be cool, but just in my personal experience, all the people I've had riffs with mostly have been Scorpios. So that's just some regular shit. I don't know.
Anyways, bro, from Get Rich or Die Trying, bro.
Yeah,
that album, fucking crazy. Amazing. I listened to it earlier this week.
There was a movie that was not as amazing, but it was.
I know you like my style.
I just want to stick with the album first before we even go to the movie.
The impact that he had on the game when he came out.
No, because was it in the club first or was it Wanksta that came out first?
Wanksta came out on the streets first.
Wanksta, okay. Yeah. We got hip to 50 off of Wanksta, and then the club hit after we were all like, "Who is this guy?"
And that's what really elevated him.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So Wanksta as a track, and I'll never forget the video.
2005.
The story of him having the girl with the velour tracksuit with the goddamn G unit on the ass, and he said he had just got it printed up for the video and all of that shit, bruh. And just the fact that we know Wanksta was about Ja, like, yo, that song going into was so.
The whole album was like a just straight bully album because he had that one, he had What Up Gangsta, Patiently Waiting, Mini Man, like all these songs where he basically is poking at different people in situations where he's like, do something.
And I'm gonna also throw this in too. What a perfect intro.
Intro is crazy.
Just the coin spinning.
Hearing that
coin
shit drop.
Yeah.
6 seconds. That's all it is. 6 seconds.
6 seconds, but it was perfect. And then it goes into the
what up, gangsta?
Yeah, that was the shit. 50 is that motherfucker for sure.
That album was beautiful, bro.
Like, then don't even forget the end of the album though, because that's the first half of the album. All the album, you can't really skip too many on here because towards the end of the album, he dropped the rap. He dropped the rap at the end of the album. He had more R&B hits like 21 Questions, like PIMP, which is a rap song, but it's more, melodic.
It's melodic, yeah.
Which would kind of open the door to, some different things, like My Style.
The next album.
Rap one, but so it's like he got a lot of shit. 50's
favorite songs on Get Rich or Die Trying?
I'll say song that I play the most because I like a lot of them. Song I play the most right now, not constantly, but when I do play it, Mini Man for sure.
Okay. Mine's is definitely If I Can't.
Oh, that's a good one.
That should go hard.
I forgot about that one. That's a good one. But I don't know, for some reason, I feel like Mini Man gets me in that, like, when I listen to 50, it's like motive, like driven. Like I'm getting into a mode. I'm trying to do something. I have something to do. So that kind of gets me in that focus, like put your head on straight type shit. But
mine's is PIMP.
I don't know what you heard about me.
That's my shit.
I understand. That makes sense. It was a good one. That one was heat too.
That whole album was fucking heat. Then you go I don't even know if I want to go into the movie because at that point we're destroying Ja Rule's career. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody we all fucked with for real. Like we was listening to Ja Rule hands down.
Well, it was funny, right? Because I wasn't listening to him crazy. I would listen to his kind of like Ja Rule for me was kind of like Tyga for Tay right now. Like I would listen to his hits when they came on the radio or whatever, but I wasn't really like
that's how I was too.
Really, I had those.
Ja Rule.
I had those albums.
I didn't have no Ja Rule album.
Rule.
It took for me to become an adult to go back on Ja Rule. Like, oh, he had some hits. Like, this nigga was dope.
Okay, so you wasn't appreciating him then at that moment.
Not like that, not for who he was, because I didn't know Ja rap like that. I only knew him for the female hits. I didn't know that he could spit like how he spit. So I had to go back and really do my research.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So when he got knocked off by 50, I was like, whatever.
I fucked with Ja though. I fucked with all the songs. Down Ass Bitch, all that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, nah. Like he definitely had a reason for killing Fat Joe in that verses. Like that nigga got shit, bro. And I think like he's just one of those slept on artists. But yeah, again, like you said, when 50 told us like, nah, we don't do singing niggas, and we definitely don't do Ja Rule. Like to your point, 91 niggas was just like, okay. Like I don't fuck with Ja Rule.
It was like one of those things. It's like I didn't really have a dog in a fight, really, but I like 50 way more just because I connected with 50 more. So when he was like,
nigga, 50
way,
like,
you connected with getting shot 9 times?
Nah, but there's a lot. There's a lot more. Like
50 articulated himself way better. I'd rather listen to 50 articulate himself than Ja Rule.
Right, it's the story that he paints I vibe with, because a lot of stuff, I never got shot, obviously, but the situations that he was in, different, moods, the story that he told.
The pain, the feelings that he was going through.
We've all been in those situations, right? We've been in those feelings.
I will say the bigger parts of Ja felt more pop.
And that's kind of that's what I didn't connect with, especially at that time, because when I was a kid, I wasn't really connected with pop rappers.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I be saying about. That's how I feel about Tyga. That's why I say I don't look at him.
No, we understand.
Like he's like a pop nigga. Like
that's why I said that's why you feel about Tyga how I feel about Ja Rule. Like,
but that also didn't take away from either of their accomplishments.
Exactly.
No,
I had to go back.
Yeah.
I had to go back and say, okay, this nigga really was dope. I just didn't know how dope he was. I wasn't listening to him at the time.
Yeah. Everybody got their own lane, and I don't take nothing away from
like back then when we was listening to music, like we didn't have what we have now, where I could literally go on my phone and look up whoever it was. It's more like you got put on the music, how you got put on me, like your old heads or whoever put you on the music, and then
niggas was on
to whoever.
Yeah,
and my dad was bumping like 50 Cent, so I was like, this is.
Well, I was banging them by myself. I was burning the CDs for my pops, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I used to
always been a techie nigga, bro.
But yeah, like like I just think about it, and I think what Ja said is kind of true. Like he was Drake before Drake.
Yeah. I can give him that because he had a lot of female hits. He had the street hits too. He was doing the flavor with the singing, melodics, and rapping. Drake definitely took a little bit of his style for sure.
Drake just didn't hit you with no pitches he couldn't hit.
Right.
Well, we'll say what I will say for Drake.
Never took it past the threshold.
40 doesn't let Drake do that. Because I'm sure Drake has probably tried. Because there's some songs where I'm like, ooh, Drake, you probably like when he first started singing. It was kind of like when Pharrell started singing. I was like, ooh, but then 40 got better. They got better. Their whole team got better. And now Drake's singing isn't as bad, but he wasn't that good.
They developed the sound.
Yeah, they developed it. But back to it, man. So then 50, he dropped the movie.
Yep.
To Get Rich or
Die Trying. The video game too, right?
The video game. I forgot about the video game.
Bulletproof, nigga. That was my shit, nigga.
I'm saying
what?
Running around,
bulletproof.
Killing niggas to his song, like in the middle of the desert.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, shit,
Bulletproof was the game.
That shit was awesome. I forgot about that shit, dog.
I can't believe you forgot, because that was a really good, like that was the only good rapper like
game.
Celebrity.
I ain't gonna go that far. Vendetta was dope as fuck.
That okay.
Fight for New York and Vendetta was the shit.
Definitely Vendetta was good, but I definitely would play Bulletproof more so over.
It's crazy because I remember I was going to my boy's house. They had the house up in Glendale, and I walked through the living room and they playing, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot about this game, bro.
Yeah.
Like running around to all the 50 Cent songs, killing people and shit. Like that was the soundtrack. The first album was the soundtrack of the game.
Yeah, when I used to play video games, that was the one. Like I had to go back when I got my new PlayStation. I had to go back and get that game just because.
Like Lloyd Banks had a role in there too, man, and everybody else. Like that shit was dope as fuck.
It's a good game. It was a well put together game for how quickly it came out. Like it wasn't like they took a whole, how Rockstar has a whole 7-year rollout. It was like 2 years or some shit.
I think they had to get it out while he could, because at that moment, like 50 was super fucking hot.
He was as high as he could be, right?
Yeah, like he had the shoes, the G Unit clothes, all that shit was.
He just killed Ja Rule. So what?
He had the movie dropping. The movie to me, not the greatest thing, but like it's still like a kind of a cult classic.
It was better than a Tupac movie.
Yeah,
and the Biggie movie.
Yeah, but I don't think that's saying a lot.
I'm just saying for rapper movies, it's up there because it's better than those two movies, and there's not a lot of other biopics that are out. So
if you're talking about biopics, then yeah, it's one of the better movies. I thought you were going rapper flicks because then I was going to say like a few other ones. Yeah,
yeah. Well, that doesn't count because that's not a real. That's a movie with rappers in it that was put on by rappers. We're talking about like Lifetime flicks because yeah, Belly was probably one of the cult favorites that people will argue for.
Mm-hmm.
State Property, probably
I love State Property.
Yeah, but I would say that over Belly, quite honestly. I like State Property better. It was grittier, I don't know, something, but Belly was.
And I know it's bad, people, but I love State Property too.
Yeah. Ooh, what? I thought you were gonna say you like State Property.
Yo, I was down for The Rock, bro. I tell this all the time. I could call my bro Walt up right now, bro. In high school, for a span of like 3 years, I talked like I was from New York because I was a huge Dipset fan. So like I literally talked like I was from New York.
Did you wear a stupid ass bandana on your head like Jewel's?
Nah, I had to do rags.
Okay, that's more respectable because that bandana. For some, man, I was never really a Dipset fan, but something about that bandana,
do-rag, headband, armband.
Okay, so you had the whole Iverson shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that movie was dope as fuck. So yeah,
State Property was good. State Property 2 though, that's like saying Belly 2.
That's why I said like people, I know it wasn't good, but I love it. Like it is what it is. But yeah, like in terms of like biopics about rappers, like yeah, I think that probably has it.
It's like in top 1 or 2. I can't think of another one that's better. I can think of ones that are worse. I can't think of any better. And this one, it's not even like a great movie, but every time you see it come on, like if it's on TV, you go sit down and watch it.
I'll sit there and watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can watch it. You can probably try to fast forward or rewind it to the top and watch it. You're not just gonna be like, oh, it's on, whatever. Like do some other shit. You
and the soundtrack wasn't bad. And after killing Ja Rule and telling us like, nah, we don't sing on records, he came out with "If I Was Your Best Friend, I want you around all the time."
That's that real bully shit though. That's actually why I like 50 Cent because he's a true life bully. Like he'll slap you for doing some shit and then do that shit and then swear you and then like do something about it, nigga. Like I don't know. I respect his energy. I don't know.
It wasn't cool when he did it. It's cool when I do it. Nigga.
It's only cool when I do it. When you do it,
like
you
do that shit, nigga. You trying too hard, nigga.
Then we had The Massacre,
which is probably my favorite 50 album.
Ooh, really?
The Massacre, boy. What?
Yeah. It's my
That's
favorite.
Your favorite 50 album?
I love The Massacre, bro.
Yeah, it's the one I go. It's okay. So for me, my favorite album ties into not just listening to it, but what I was doing at the time when it came out, type shit.
Me too.
Oh yeah, you get a feeling. Okay, I get it.
Right. So The Massacre takes me back to when I was moving and grooving, and really, that's when I first really got out of like jumped off the porch, we'll say, like type shit. Like I was really out doing and moving, grooving, making my own decisions a little bit more. So that album ties into so many more emotions and situations and shit that I was into where I would play that, and now I go back to it and listen now, take you right back to that feeling. So yeah, it's probably one of my favorite albums from 50.
Okay. I mean, I like a bunch of like, okay, I play that shit all the way through. Ski Mask Way is one of my favorite 50 Cent songs, but I definitely got Get Rich or Die Trying over it. But that album though, still fucking great. And I think it was more melodic 50, which made me like go to it a little bit more. And like
me too.
Yeah, but like, yeah,
I like that it was a reach for him, but it wasn't really a reach at the same time. Because he was doing some stuff that you wouldn't necessarily from the first album, you wouldn't see all those coming. But then if you listen to the whole first album, at the end of it, he had some R&B centered shit. He had some melodic shit.
He gave us hints that he was going to be doing that.
He was going to do it, yeah.
Exactly.
And given that we are the children of BET Uncut, that Disco Inferno video,
I like that one. 1, 2, 3,
let's go.
That one and Tip Drill are probably like the 2 uncut videos. I think are the top 2 videos.
Tip Drill is definitely unbeatable.
That's number 1. Nobody's fucking with Tip Drill.
And it's never gonna be fucked with because you can't really make that type of video anymore because you'll get canceled. So
they said they were bringing BET Uncut back.
Word.
Okay, well,
I think I read something about it.
So we were talking about Tyga earlier. That's one thing that Tyga does do. Tyga is in the kind
oh
of
yeah, no, his videos is still there.
kind of
Yeah,
make it nasty.
Yeah. So
he had the that song that sampled the Bubba Sparks. I can't remember the name of it.
Was it Make It Nasty?
Nah, it wasn't Make It Nasty.
No, but that's a video. That's
a newer
That's
one.
a crazy video too. That's almost close to Tip Drill. I know which one you're talking about. I just can't remember the song, but yeah, Tyga's known for like that borderline
the raunchy
EP
videos.
Uncut. Yeah, he even has his own little situation that's like OnlyFans that he set up.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Don't. Yeah, we can go back to our regularly scheduled conversation. Because I'm not.
What happened?
Tyga basically he's running a porn site.
I don't need. Is he running it though, or is he just involved? I think he's just a partner.
From what I heard, I think he's doing it.
Oh, word. That's hard.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
Come on, bro. You had to go there.
What shit?
That's tight though.
You make money off yourself, yeah. But if it is actually him doing this stuff, I don't want to watch that shit, dog. So
yeah, I think on his OnlyFans, it was him doing some stuff, but it was mostly other girls. And I only know about this because I watched No Jumper and they were talking about it. Like, I think
he's smashing.
I don't have his OnlyFans or anything like that. But
yeah, I think he's smashing chicks on there.
He is, but also they're smashing each other and they're doing like all types of other stuff that I don't know if YouTube will let us talk about. But
we can talk about anything.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Man, do you watch YouTube?
They're doing all types of shit.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Well, yeah. I guess we're good.
You just can't do it. You can talk about it, but you can't do it.
Well, Tyga's the one doing it, but yeah, and he has like a whole bunch of different. It's kind of like the Blueface house, like how he had all these chicks, but they're just actually doing
at the Bad Girls Club
sexual shit. Yeah, a sexual Bad Girls Club. There we go, my nigga. That's Tyga's house. So I don't know, but
all right.
How the fuck you get on Tyga's house?
Tyga got an agency though.
We were talking about Disco Inferno, and then we got in the BT.
There we go. That was the ledge we jumped off of. I jumped off.
But yeah, so I mean, the Massacre album.
Yeah, it's up there.
I loved it. It's not my favorite 50 album, but I love it. And then we had the G Unit album.
That was a really hard album too, because that's probably one of the hardest compilation albums of people that aren't even like
teach you how to stunt on there.
Yeah,
that big Mercy was hard.
There's like not a couple. He even made Tony Yayo sound like a good rapper. So come on.
Hey, I liked Tony. Don't do that.
Don't do what? Say that Tony Yayo was not a good rapper?
I like Tony. Don't do that.
he sounded good when he was on the shit that he was on.
I
ain't gonna lie, that one Tony Yayo song that he had,
his features,
his features will make you think. I used to like that shit, bro.
I think it was on Teach How to Stunt, wasn't it?
Was it the one featuring 50? I think the video he was like in a prison or something.
It was about.
Nigga, was you know what this is?
Nah, not that one. Not that one. It's another one.
Or was it when they was in the hotel?
He talking about the girl, he talking about like how he could see. He like I could see. He like, do you got a mirror in your jeans? Because I could see me in your pants.
Yeah.
Like
that's the one when they in the they in the hotel in the video, and then
what song is that, bro? I used to like that shit.
You don't have me look up Tony.
And they do the music video through all of their perspective, right?
You have me put this smut in my.
It's all on the same album, by the way.
Bro, what song is that though?
Hold on.
Play that. Hey, can you pull that up? Can you pull that up and play that?
Yeah, I can actually.
What song?
I'll just have to mute it right now.
He was good on popping them things too. I'm not gonna front.
Every hood we go.
He wasn't on popping them things.
Yeah, he was.
Tony Yayo? No, he wasn't.
Yeah, I thought he was.
It's 50 Banks and it's 50 Banks and Buck. He's right.
I thought he was on that one for some reason.
So seductive. I know you.
Was it stunt 101 that was the one we're looking for?
Hold on, let me go ahead and switch screen.
Let me see which one it was.
And hey, if y'all gonna want to listen to these songs that we listen to, make sure y'all hop on the goddamn live on Twitch.
That's a big thing for sure. Or the Instagram live too when I have it
on the Instagram live.
Tap in, y'all. Tap in, man, so you get the full show.
Absolutely.
Was it? No, it wasn't. I Know You Don't Love Me, was it?
I think it was I Know You Don't Love Me. I'm about to play it. I think it was
too, because that song was hard.
Hold on.
I'm gonna put on my headphones. That shit was hard.
Nah, that ain't it. That's not it.
Really?
That's not the song I'm talking about.
So it's not that one.
It's a more clubby type song where he talking about the females and shit. It was a single.
I know it's not So Seductive.
Nah. Hold on. Let me see. Skip it up a little bit.
Motherfucker, you know.
I think this is the shit right here. Yeah, this is shit.
You
right
said
here.
That nigga couldn't rap?
This shit right here.
Knocked off. The things you do.
I'm freaking you.
Go down, baby. Yo.
On me. The way that you move is making me horny. I'm gonna walk over and tell her, let's do it again.
Let's do it again. Asian women.
I see me in them.
All day. And if you don't know, we playing So Seductive right now.
That nigga 50 is a genius, man. He put everybody on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's crazy. Why the fuck we listening to Yayo when we was talking about 50? We should be listening to the Massacre.
Well, I don't know who brought it up, but
you did.
Yeah, I did do it. Come on, selfie tripping.
All right, hold on. But so let's
they can hear us, they can't hear the music.
Yeah, let's give everybody their proper credit though, because on that song, Tony Ayo did make you think he was a good rapper for sure, but it was written by 50. Let me see the other guy. Hold on. I had it.
50's getting the credit because he's featuring.
No. But he wrote. Okay, so Marvin Bernard, Curtis Jackson,
probably producers. Producers get songwriting credits.
No. This is only the songwriters. It's broken down on the list by who produced it and who actually wrote the song too.
Where are you looking at it at?
On his album credits.
But that's what I'm saying. Producers get songwriting credits.
For sure, but how he has it written down is he has producers. Punch produced it, and then he has songwriters Marvin Bernard, Curtis Jackson, 50, and Michael Harper, who is, I want to say, an actual producer, but Marvin Bernard is Tony Ayo, right?
I don't know. I was about to look up his name, but
yeah, that's Tony Ayo.
I mean, I would definitely not want to go by that name.
No, yeah, that's Tony Ayo. So yeah, it's Tony Ayo wrote it. 50 and another writer wrote it.
That would probably be the producer.
And Punch produced it. Which I didn't know that. I didn't know that, by the way. Punch produced it. I didn't see that coming. That's crazy.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, the producer gets a songwriting credit.
Oh, there's some other things too.
Fuck me.
Let me see. Actually, let me give Punch some songwriting credits too. Like you said, he gets credit for songwriting too, but all the instruments and production. Since we're shouting out people, make sure I got that right.
That is so.
But yeah, Tony Ayo off of that song, he made you think that he could actually rap, but I didn't really feel like he could continue that, which he didn't.
Oh, you know what it is? Let me stop. Here we go.
What you think, Tay? It's kind of like Young Buck and Lloyd, because Lloyd can really rap for real. I feel like he's better than Tony Ayo, but none of them.
Banks?
Yeah. Better than Tony Ayo, definitely.
No, wait. Why are you bringing up Lloyd Banks in this conversation when Lloyd Banks is fuck that nigga could rap, nigga? What fuck is you talking about?
Because they're in the same group and they all didn't continue going up.
Lloyd Banks did. He just dropped a project not too long ago.
Nigga, I dropped a project not too long ago. Doesn't mean I'm up.
Nigga, but it's still Lloyd Banks though, nigga.
I'm not saying he doesn't have the talent. I'm saying he does, but it's just interesting that they were all in that group and they didn't end up going up.
But you know how that industry label shit go, bro. So it's like you can't really just say a nigga is not up. Like when you know how that shit go, bro. Niggas be in the background making shit happen, bro.
I don't really feel like Lloyd Banks was super in the background making things happen, but
I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about as far as right now, bro.
Oh, now definitely. I feel like he's definitely back on like a nice independent type of situation, whatever he's doing. Like he's going.
Yeah, he had a little resurgence
for sure. Because for a minute he was held down, just like Young Buck. Young Buck was held down too, which I actually like Young Buck. I don't think he was like a super good rapper or nothing, but I think he made good songs.
Definitely
better than, like I said, better than Tony Ayo was.
Don't be hating. Stop.
He was a loose link. He was the loose link of the chain.
All right, so we can go through this little period of 50 since you want to go on Tony Ayo slander, but
yeah,
okay, let's be real. It's a little period of 50 where it seemed like it was about to get bleak.
Oh, the one with his face was all crazy on that album
Before I self-destruct. Yeah,
that one. That wasn't that good of an album. I'm not gonna front, but I love 50 still though. Still
Curtis,
50 all day.
And then Curtis was a decent album, but going up against Graduation at that time, like it was like you kind of did yourself a disservice.
It was a I understand what they were doing, obviously trying to get numbers for
boost up sales, yeah.
And it worked a little bit, but
I bought both. I went to Target and bought both.
I can't say I bought both. I think I was actually downloading songs at that point, so I stole both.
Nah, I definitely went back and
I definitely was on LimeWire. Shout out to y'all, good people at LimeWire.
That period, the Baby by Me with Neo, like that was a down 50 period, and it looked like we was about done with 50 Cent for real. At that point,
I wasn't listening to 50 like that during this time.
Yeah, at that point, I was more on 50 for like his business stuff, his like Life Water and his funny
antics. He had already sold out of that.
Bullying niggas on Twitter and shit. That's why I was like, yeah, let's go 50. I'm for it.
Yeah, like at that point,
I was just like I like the personality after that point.
Yeah, at that point, he had got kind of quiet for a little bit, and I think it was like when we started seeing him with like Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, well, actually, for me, it was when he started back up. We started bagging on Floyd Mayweather was really
well. Funny. That was a little later, but he started hanging out with Floyd and then getting into the boxing stuff, and then him and Floyd start beefing, and then he started bagging, and then we start getting the oh shit, 50 Cent's a TV producer, 50.
Right,
and like so from that point,
that's where we get power,
and bruh, that's where we get power. BMF. He had,
but it kind of makes sense though.
He had the show
Raising Kanan.
It makes sense though, because when you see like the progression of what he was doing with just his music, and you see how involved he was in his album, and then he got the other guys. He gave them a semi shot, produced, and conducted all of that kind of business, and then he graduated into his business stuff. So if you're doing all that, it's not a far reach for me to say, okay, you could produce like some TV shit if you have it in your head. Like he's obviously a good storyteller.
But couldn't he not just produce? Like you got to think about it. He didn't just produce something. He produced a Black Coat classic. Like
that's luck.
That's power luck. That's not luck. Not 6 seasons. That's 6 seasons and spinoffs.
I can't really give that only to.
You said that's luck.
That's not luck.
You crazy.
I can't really give that all to 50.
6 seasons and spinoffs.
How is that luck?
But it's not just 50. All right, maybe it was a little disrespectful. It was luck, but it's a whole bunch of things culminating together. Not just 50 writing it. Like. It happened to be a really good story.
No,
but he also had really good writers.
He has the right team.
He had great actors to act. Like you got to have good actors because that's the one thing where a lot of our stories fall. Good story, great, and terrible actors.
Correct. So you have to think about it. He has to also have stars put all the resources behind this. Like Stars was not an app that anybody was fucking with. It's not a net. Like nigga, you wanted HBO. You probably wanted Showtime,
which is probably why he went with Stars because he probably
not worried about Stars.
He could probably finagle with Stars.
Stars gave him the opportunity, so you got to look at it and be like, he was able to get them to back him. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think that's a reach from 50 because 50's always been able to get backing. I guess is what I'm saying. Like he's always been able to figure that shit out, either whether it's his backing or somebody else to trust in 50. Huh?
From who?
I don't know all the time, but he's always figured it out.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't until like we just said, like there was a down period of 50 where you wasn't really fucking with him unless it was the social media antics.
But I don't know what he was doing behind the scenes though, because that could have all been a ploy, like how he was trying to say he was bankrupt or whatever. Like, do we really think he was bankrupt?
Again, social media antics. He had to sell the house in Connecticut. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's kind of like a play to flip your shit type of thing. Like rich people go bankrupt all the time.
Do you really know that? Do we really know that?
I don't know anything, but I'm thinking unless it worked out great for him. Unless it just that would be luck, I guess. That it just worked out great.
You're assuming he sold it to flip it, but I mean, at the end of the day, he might have been broke. Like you got to think about it. Living in those mansions, you have to pay for the upkeep. You have to pay for everything. And then he if you saw his house afterwards, he dramatically downsized. So it's not like so it could have been a broke play. He could have been on his last shit and been resurging. Like bankruptcy could have been a real thing.
It could have, but I feel like
he wasn't popping musically. You didn't see him anywhere.
I don't feel like it was. I feel like it was more of like a calculated move. I'm not gonna front. It could have been a real thing, but I think it was calculated.
You could think that. I mean,
because everything he does is calculated. So why wouldn't I think that would be calculated too? He doesn't just do stuff.
Because I'm not just selling my house and then downsizing to the point that he did.
But what if you got an epiphany to be like, I don't really need all this shit? Like I saw what happened to MC Hammer. I saw what happened to all these people. Maybe I don't need all this shit. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happened. We have to talk to him. If I ever meet him, I want to ask him, what made you switch up your lifestyle? If we ever get on that level of conversation.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm thinking if you see 50 now, I don't think he's living that same lifestyle again.
So do you think it's more like I don't know, honestly. Like, I don't think he's living that lifestyle, but I feel like he's probably more conscious of it, but he probably still is pretty.
I'm just saying, like, at that point in time, nobody wasn't fucking with 50 like that. It was basically safe to say, like, 50 fell off.
You thought he was like he was almost canceled type shit?
No, not canceled. I just feel like he just, at that point in time, it felt like he fell off. Like, we weren't going to 50 for music past 2007.
No.
He wasn't acting in anything. He didn't have anything that he was selling to us at the time. It was just like,
hold on, he didn't do I don't remember that movie, but nobody really saw that movie a lot. But when he was like
he was doing some acting. Wasn't nobody trying to check for that movie where he looked like he was 50 pounds?
Yeah, that one.
But nobody trying to watch that shit. And he was in the movie with who was that? Gerard Butler, like it, or some shit like that. Yeah, like where they was robbing shit. Like he was.
That was good. That was a good movie.
With Ice Cube son.
Yeah.
I forget what it is. But yeah, that's
a really good movie though.
That's still later past all this shit. Like past at a certain point, we were
that's a couple.
That was like at least 16.
Okay.
So yeah, so
I mean, he could have been broke. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's above him to go broke because niggas go broke all the time, especially you said living that lifestyle. But
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I just have a feeling he saw it coming. Like, I don't think he was like when they say broke. I feel like it's more like I can't live the lifestyle that I'm living now.
Rich person broke. I'm not saying he was down on our level living for $1,000 checks. Yeah.
Okay, exactly. Okay, we're on the same place for sure.
Yeah, but like you go from there, and then you get create what is now culturally the biggest TV show we got.
Yeah, one of them. And then, like you said, spinoffs and everything like that. Like, it's a crazy thing.
And he's basically took over Stars because of it.
Definitely. Well, he gave him a resurgence. So yeah, why not?
So now you have to green light my Kanan project. Now you have to green light my Ghost project. Now you have to green light BMF.
Well, why wouldn't you if I'm making you obscene amount of money?
It's not why wouldn't you? It's you have to.
It's more like when
you don't have a choice.
They're probably asking 50. Like, oh, do you have something else?
Exactly.
Because we need we need some things.
Yeah, like nah, you got what you want because you can't go nowhere. You can't.
But that's the play on 50 though. He picked Stars, I'm sure, because of that maneuverability. Because if he would have did it with like an HBO, I'm sure there's more.
Picked Stars, or was Stars the only ones that was going to allow him to do this?
I can't say.
That's my my thought process behind
Yeah.
it. You see what I'm saying?
That's a good
Stars
question.
probably needed him as much as he needed Stars in that.
Well, that's why it's almost the perfect
aspect.
marriage, because it's not like he's going to somebody for something. It's like a partnership. And I think that works out better, because if he was with HBO, he would have been beholden to HBO for something, you know, like it would have been different. He wouldn't have been able to do
wouldn't have been, exactly.
the same
HBO,
way he wanted with his vision.
and that's why I say, and HBO would have been able to give him everything he needed, but he went to Stars. So basically, to me, it looks like, yo, we need you, you need us. Let's work this out, and if it works out, then cool. And it worked out.
It's crazy. Way bigger than anyone else could plan. And that's the only reason I say I couldn't necessarily just give it to 50, because it panned out way bigger than anybody could have planned, I'm sure.
Like you said, luck. I don't think that's luck. I think they had because there's plenty of projects that are really good projects, but they don't get the push. Like, you got to think about it. Like, because he's in a situation with Stars, they don't have nothing else. We got to put our all into this. We got to make this work.
Yeah.
Like, nobody was checking for Stars like that. They didn't have projects like that.
They didn't have projects like Power, but they did have good shows like Survivor's Remorse.
They had decent shows, but I'm the reason why I feel like I can say that confidently is because just the reason why I re-signed up for Stars, or the reason why I wait to re-sign up back for Stars. HBO don't do we'll give you 6 months for $20. Showtime don't do that. Stars, exactly, because they have the product that's gonna keep people. Like, you gonna have to pay for this.
They have
Stars, Stars. What you got? Power.
Yeah, and all these other things now. Yeah.
So you muted, bro.
Yeah, what's up, Tay? You muted, bro. We see you though.
There you go.
I said he got Ghost. I mean, he got Power. He got Ghost too. He got Raising Kanan, BMF, and he about to drop Force.
Force,
and now he gonna do some shit with the Snoop Dogg shit. Like, he basically got Stars on lock now. But you know what I'm saying? To my point, like, yo, they need him now. Now at this point, they need him more than he needs them. Like, he could take all his assets to HBO.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think that's kind of 50 in the whole.
But now he's running Stars.
And now look, and that was his plan the whole time.
Honestly believe so too. Like, that's why I feel like he partnered with Stars, or, you know, if he had, we'll see. Well, I'm just gonna say he partnered.
Let me go to this less popular platform.
Yep.
Let me give them this shit. Let me make they shit hot to the point where they need me more than I need them. And now, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You got the freedom. Like, he could really take his shit anywhere. Like, if he took his shit to HBO, imagine, bro. I feel like it would look better. It would everything. Like, it's gonna be.
I agree with that sentiment.
You feel me?
I agree with that sentiment. But but basically what I'm saying is, when he was coming in on the approach, HBO doesn't have to give him that. So we don't need to. Showtime don't have to give him that. Like, Stars, they basically, like, it feels like it was basically like well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, we can't get no worse than where we at.
50 came in on some, like, insider trading. Like, he must have knew, like, I have a really good opportunity.
Man, he knew what he had, bro.
Yeah.
And I also think if he takes that to HBO, you're not putting that up against no fucking Game of Thrones at that time.
I feel like there'll be two great shows in their own.
They would.
Right. It would, but the conflict of interest within the company, they wouldn't. Yeah,
you wouldn't get pushed.
Yeah, because they all in. Like, that's why some shows that we love, like The Wire, got washed out because it's the Sopranos.
They got a show called on HBO called Vice Principals. I love that shit with Danny McBride. That shit hilarious. But that shit does not get that shit. It got 2 seasons. You think
it'll just get lost on HBO?
It'll get lost in them.
It's like they have a lot of shows like that, like Eastbound and Down. Have you guys seen that one?
I feel it. Because on Stars, that's basically his platform now. Because
Yes.
when you go to Stars,
It's 50.
the first thing you're gonna see is his shows.
Now you
right
see
there.
Powerverse right on the front.
You're gonna see all Powerverse right there, all his shows.
Which I feel like if he would have went to, like you said, the Star or not Star, Showtime, HBO, he wouldn't have been able to do that at least as quickly. It would have took a lot more bullshit and
I don't think it ever would have happened.
Yeah, because HBO don't need him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. They don't.
I don't feel like in HBO, I feel like are ran by rich motherfuckers that don't want to take a risk. You know, rich motherfuckers don't like taking risk on shit. They only like doing shit that they know is for sure. So I don't think they would have fucked with that because they already good. They good already. They don't need to take a risk on some shit.
Yeah, no argument on that one because that's why a lot of the shows that we like on HBO stop because they're like, man, whatever. And it's like
The Wire, and Oz.
Stars though.
Yeah,
Stars.
Treme, even like people like Treme.
They got space to take a risk because
all the space because they was like, what's gonna happen? We either go, you could get worse or we go up.
They can't get no worse,
right?
And like I said, if I cancel my HBO today, if I decide I'm gonna sign up in 6 months from now, they still gonna be like, well, nigga, it's still $15.
Yep.
Right.
If Stars, like I said, I signed up for the 6 month. They like, look, man. Hey, they like a crackhead. Hey, man, I got this 6 months for you for $20. Right? What's up? Like,
they making it sweet for you, you know. Like you got to do that now because, like you said, the Showtime, the HBO, they have all this other shit, and they like, you know, they have the prestige of being who they are, so they don't really care. They're like, look, you gonna pay or not, nigga. Like
even Showtime, I think it's still $10, and it's like, yo, you sign up. They like, all right, nigga, we'll give you a free month, but after that free month, $10, nigga, $10,
like everybody else. Yeah. Like the Netflix.
And don't think you're gonna come back. Don't think you're gonna come back with a different email either, nigga. Nah, we ain't doing that.
You get $20 for 6 months, nigga.
That's Stars. I've used the same email every time. Like I don't even sign up with a different email. They'd be like, "Hey, come back. 6 months, $20. I got you."
Oh, you do what you do with the cable company. You call them like, "Yo, I'm about to cancel."
I don't even call. Back. I just go straight to the website. As soon as I'm done with it, cancel subscription. Yeah, and I start getting them emails like, "Hey, man, we miss you."
Actually,
6 months, $20. What's up?
Okay, so that's the plug right there for them. I just watch my shit off the Fire Stick. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Nigga, I mean, for me, it's like $20. I'm like,
yeah,
for 6 whole months, I'm gonna watch all that shit, and I just cancel it until like the next ones come up, and then like I start binge watching them.
Yeah, no, I feel it. I mean, shit, it's definitely something like Stars is one to be contended with now.
For those who don't know who are watching, yes, that is the Stars hustle. Just take the $20 6-month thing, watch all your shit, cancel it, and then whenever you decide you're gonna want it again, just go right back and do the same thing. I've done it multiple times.
How to commit streaming fraud 101.
It's not streaming fraud. It's they offering the deal and I go back and I get it. When I need it.
After the 6 months, you re-sign up again for the
No, I don't even re-sign up because they don't have enough content. So like I'll basically like once I'm done with all the content, I'll just cancel it.
Oh, until some other new shit comes
until the newer shit comes out, and then I'll re-sign up for it.
I see. So you just date them for a little bit, and then when they get annoying, you ditch them. But then you call her back every so often to just
like, oh yeah, y'all watching Ghost, right? Yeah, let me here go $20.
Yeah, let me get in on that.
Literally.
I see you got your hair. I see you got a new hairdo. I like it. That looks cute.
So yeah,
literally.
Man, I think what you said is a perfect storm, but I don't think it was luck. I think it was just a perfect storm.
Yeah. That's
them both needing each other. Like, nigga, look, you ain't gonna get the same deal with anybody else, and we need somebody to help us. And it just so happened that they had a show that, and like me watching it, because I binged the first 4 seasons.
When did you start watching it though? Like, did you watch it when
it
first came out?
When 4 seasons, like after 4 seasons.
Oh, see, I watched it when it first came out. So talk about it.
So like even watching it, like the first season to me, like it wasn't super captivating because it was really about the club.
Yeah,
like it was really so based around him trying to do that shit with the club.
It didn't go into the characters yet that deep.
Yeah, but then the second season on, like it was like, okay, now we really building.
Yeah, we doing shit now. We building characters and all that.
I feel like if you make it through the first season, you're open to anything else, and it just gets progressively better.
If you make it to the second episode, you in there.
Yeah, because it's not like most shows where they draw you in the first episode or first season where they really just draw you in with crazy amount of like action and stuff. It's really a slow burn.
Yeah, but
once
that's
you get
my
there,
point.
you're
Like,
there.
if you're taking that first season to HBO, I don't think you get pushed.
Hell no.
No, because they wouldn't have gave you the second season because they even try to cancel The Wire after the second season or something like that, which is one of the craziest big shows ever.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was the perfect storm. Like, they both needed each other, and they gave 50 Cent the chance to do more than that one season and shit. Look where they at now. Like, 50 got that shit on lock.
Spinoffs.
He's giving you hella content.
Yeah,
like, even if you like 91, where you don't like Power Book Ghosts, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you probably like Raising Kanan.
Watch it.
Yeah, no, I like BMF. That's my shit right now.
Like,
BMF hard as fuck.
BMF is hard as shit. I binge watched that whole thing.
Yeah.
But like just in Ghosts in general, right? Like I look at it and I got the same thought process as you, right? Like I'm like, yo, this is corny as fuck. Like this is so stupid, but I still watch it. I still make sure I'm gonna go back and watch it because it's power. Like it's just like, yo, I know it's bad, but I like it.
See, I got this like short attention span thing with shows. Like after like the fourth season or so, like if you start getting crazy like most shows do, they start doing dumb stuff that you know the characters wouldn't do, and they start just being extra creative.
They did that on the original series of Power though.
That's why I stopped watching it. That's what I'm saying. I stopped watching the original Power like after Tommy killed his girl or whatever. Like I stopped kind of watching after that season. That's like what, season 3 or 4 or 5. Shit? Yeah, like and then like so the new stuff I saw it, but I wasn't really interested. Like I would see it when it was on, or I would be at like
the last couple seasons was like
So I wasn't really interested in like watching the Kanan and all that shit until
the last
I saw,
season
like,
was Who Done It.
Raising Kanan is hard.
It is hard, but I wasn't interested to watch it until I saw like
that next week.
I saw like a preview or something. Hard. It wasn't like BMF. Like BMF starts off really interesting and captivating, and I'm like, oh, I want to see the story, even though I know the story because I was alive during it. I know how it ended, but I still want to see how it's done because of how it's written and how it looks.
We're nowhere near done. They're about to get like 3 seasons out of that.
Oh, I'm sure because they got the second one already filming right now. They said,
yeah, but I mean, you got to think about it because I was talking to somebody at work about it, and I was like, you have to think about it in time span, right? Like everything in season 1 is basically like late 80s, early 90s. Yep. So like you got to think about it. They didn't get really arrested and taken down until like 2005.
Yeah, so there's like 2 seasons worth of extra content between them. But the thing is, like, obviously it's going to have an end because when you get to Meech being in jail and everybody kind of disbanding, that's a season ending type of thing right there when he gets locked up, if you want to end on a crescendo.
Yeah, but we have to get into them becoming like the kingpins of Detroit and then becoming the kingpins of the United States and then moving over into music. And then they get caught.
That's like 3 seasons for you, maybe?
And then they get caught.
How would you string that out if you're writing it? That's like 3 seasons or 4?
I would probably go 2 more.
I thought the only 10.
Nah, that's 2. That's jump the shark, bro. That's like Dexter. Like Dexter went way too long. Like a lot of shows, that's the problem. A lot of shows go too long. Like
I say 5. I say 5. 5. The 5 at the most. He could get
I wouldn't be mad at 5 if you break it down in the right years, but I would go 2 more seasons. I would go basically because season 1 is like a really short time span. Like it's
short
not.
As fuck.
I think they did that on purpose though, to not give you too much. So we can do more.
Yeah. But like I think
that's the only reason why I had said 10 seasons because of how he doing that shit.
That's way too. That's
he being vague as fuck. Like it's like he's slowly, like he really slowly building this shit up. Like he.
Well, it's like okay. Do y'all watch Snowfall?
Yeah, fuck with Snowfall.
Okay, for sure. Fuck with Snowfall too. But do you think Snowfall's like what on season 4 right now?
4, yeah, going to 5.
Going to 5 after like season 6. I don't know how far they could go really because we already know where. You know what I mean? Like we know what turns up to Franklin.
I think this season is supposed to be the last one.
It has to be because you can't go too far. And I feel like that's going to be the thing with Meech's story because Meech has the same ending as Homeboy. Like
he already has an ending.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be a true story. So.
But they can't flip it to other stuff like you. Well,
that's what I told the homie. I said he might 50 might spin it off. Like what if
the only thing with BMF though is kind of a close because all right, after Mitch went to jail, everybody aside from Jeezy kind of died down. So what are you gonna do? Tell a Jeezy story next? Like
I don't think you go that far.
Talk about Little
nah,
Meech.
it's gonna end.
Like
He gonna do some.
I don't think you go that far. I don't think there's going to be a
it's not
BMF
interesting enough.
spinoff because BMF is not a created story in that sense.
He gonna do some other.
So I don't think you get a spinoff.
If everyone didn't go to jail, you could still go. Like if BMF West Coast was still evolved, or like
Terry
BMF
is
South,
out now.
But is he doing anything? That's
my point. About. Like you don't really get a story from that. Like Meech is gonna get out in what 36. So like,
I don't even know.
Is out now. It's a
30-year bid. Now. I know he's swole. That's it.
It's a 30-year bid, and they let Terry out like last year or the year before.
And how many years did he have? 32.
They both had the same time, but Terry got out basically on good behavior type shit. Right. With like some of the programs that they were having, like the Fresh Start type shits and all that shit, like those programs, like Terry was basically good behind there, and they basically said Meech hasn't really learned his. They don't feel like Meech has learned his lesson.
I get what you're saying. You need to show the program that you're not bigger than the program, and Meech isn't about that yet. But his brother probably
They need to know that you have changed.
Yeah. You got to show
or feel that you have changed, and they feel like Meech still thinks he's running shit from in there and all that type of shit. So basically they told Meech like, nah, you're gonna do this time. But Terry's out.
That's the thing with them. Like that's the thing with the system. Like if they feel like you like thumbing your nose at them, or like you like fuck y'all, I'm gonna do what I want, they gonna fuck you. But if you
punish you.
Nah, basically I think he's still that nigga behind bars.
Why wouldn't he be? He was the nigga when he went in.
Mm-hmm.
What you think? I'm just supposed to
niggas do, man. Niggas make more shit move in jail than on the streets, man.
Especially if you're that nigga for real. Like if you went in with a lot of money and you had people, like he had a network of people that really ride with him, and like, you know what I mean? Like he wasn't just a dude that just had money and people just sponged off of him. Like niggas really would ride for Meech. So him going to jail doesn't change anything.
This all of a sudden went into BMF. Well, I mean, okay, before we finish, man, appreciation of 50 Cent.
Hey, 50, hey, man.
Come to the show, 50.
One day I'm going to sit down with you, man. We're going to talk, man. Hey, we both cancers, man. Me, you. Hey, guess what, too? Me and Pop Smoke got the same birthday, bro. See, I'm probably really your son, bro. Like, for real. Like, yeah, bro. Like, 50, man. Fuck with your boys, man.
Hey, 50 appreciation.
Yeah.
I feel like now we gotta force 91 to watch fucking Power, and so we can talk about it.
You know what? If I'm down, if you guys really want to do that, like an episode, not episodic, but like we'll do like a couple episodes at a time type shit or whatever. Because there's a lot.
Well, you're already too behind for this season.
If y'all want to, y'all want to start? Like, if y'all want to start somewhere, I can fucking watch that shit if y'all want to and talk about it.
Just watch the. Well, I mean, by the
you
time
don't want to go back because I missed a lot of shit. Like, I literally stopped watching. All right, the last thing I remember on Power was Angela. It had came out that obviously Angela was an agent and shit like that. She had got in trouble with the agency she worked for helping out St. Patrick.
You got a lot of fucking.
That's season 3, bro.
If you still talking about Angela, you got a lot of catching up.
That's season 3, bro.
I'm telling you. So I've only seen like bits and pieces up in there because I lost interest. Like once homie son, St. Patrick's son started like trying to be hard. Yeah, once Tyreek started trying to act hard and shit, I was like,
you got around when he was hanging out with Kanan, right?
Oh yeah, I saw when Kanan was supposed to die and he didn't die. Like both times, I guess. Really,
that's probably like season 3, season 4.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind of want to say it, but I don't.
Tommy,
to get a
you
clue.
Can spoil it. It's not going to stop.
Okay, is Angela dead yet?
No,
I knew that she died,
bro.
but no, she hadn't died yet when I saw it.
Okay, so yeah,
where I'm at, she's still kind of like on the run type of trying to shit.
You need to catch up because that's where it really picks up at that point. And then season 6 is like a whodunit, so it's not really necessary. You got to watch it. Like
who killed her?
Nah, who killed Ghost?
Oh shit, Ghost dies.
Yeah, this nigga just giving away.
This nigga, yeah. I mean, that was the whole premise of the last season, though. Like when they did all the promo, that's what it was. So
I didn't see any promo. I'm not gonna lie.
This nigga didn't even know that Ghost died. You just told him.
Yeah, I had no idea, bro.
You don't even need to watch Power no more. We might as well just talk about this shit now.
So I'm a weird individual that normally that would like make someone really angry, like, well, I don't want to watch it now. But for
No,
me,
I mean,
I want to watch it because I need to know
okay,
how he
so
died. I didn't know that.
the last season pretty much like that's what I'm saying, because the promo for the last season, because it happens at the end of season 5.
That was last year, right?
No, that's way before that. So
When
like,
did
yeah.
come out?
So like, I'm like, yo, like, how did? Because everything around that final season was who did it.
I didn't know that.
Like, if you've seen any promo on social media, it was basically who did it.
Who killed Ghost?
Yeah. So that's why I thought it was like common knowledge. Like,
nah,
yo,
bro, I had no idea. Like, I guess I've been removed from it because, like, when I stopped watching it, I literally kind of stopped. Like, I just checked out of
like
everything.
literally, I kid you not. Like, nigga, posters. Like, it would be like movie posters, and it's like, who killed Ghost? Like, nigga, like that's why I'm like, yo, like that whole last season was that. You really don't have to watch the whole last season though. If
I'm not even tripping. I actually like now that I know he died, I kind of want to watch him work. So I'm like, how did it happen?
The reason why I say that is because it's 6 episodes. I think it's somewhere 6 or 7 episodes, and they go through every different character and what they did during that day.
Who did it?
I'm not gonna tell you now.
You already told me he's dead. You might as well tell me who did it.
No, because you have to watch it, and then it takes you into everything else. So you have to watch it.
All right, I'll watch it. All right, so you want to start last season? Then we'll just start there or some shit, or what? Because I'm interested in watching it back. I guess now since I've missed like 3 years worth of content.
It depends on where you at, but yeah, like you really have to watch it to start to understand everything.
I'm at where Tasha was still involved, and her shop just got raided type shit.
The daycare.
It was a daycare or hair salon.
Oh, you right there.
No, she was invested in the hair salon, but then she went and opened up a daycare.
Right, and that shit kind of got washed out because she was involved with Nose Candy.
And then Lala was in there.
Man. Yeah.
So Lala has a thing to. Okay, so yeah, nigga, you got some catching up to do. Like it really gets captivating, bro. Like I don't know why you checked out.
I think,
like I said, last season for me wasn't that captivating.
You like in the middle of season 4, like almost
like
season 5,
somewhere,
bro. You don't even have that much to go.
Yeah.
All right, I'm down. I stopped. I don't know what stopped me from watching. I think I lost interest and I just got busier outside of watching that show. So
it did after like once season 5 came and Tasha and Hurt and
the lawyer dude
and Lala and the lawyer dude and all that other shit. Like it started getting a little way
soap
too
opera.
corny. It started getting too corny. Like.
I don't think you need so that's why I said I don't think you have to watch the whole last season, because every episode they give you a character of who you might have thought did it, and they just go throughout their day, and then you find out like, oh no, they didn't do it. So it's not until you get to the last episode where they show you who actually did it.
Oh, so it's not like Sopranos where it just leaves you up to wonder. Like they tell you who did it.
No. So basically, like it's like, yo, on the episode 1, they go through, like, I just give you the example because she doesn't really matter. Paz, like Angela's sister.
Yeah.
So they go through basically her day because she's one of the people you suspect of killing him. And so they go through her whole day and you find out, no, it's not him. I mean, no, it's not her.
Not her. I feel you. Okay. So it's like
so basically, if you wanted to watch it, you could, but
that seems interesting.
It's not really worth it because you just sit there for an hour just to find out like they didn't really do it.
Nah, I'm with it. I'm with that type of action. I don't know, for some reason I lost interest in season 4 or 5. I don't know. I think it was when 50 was like he was like with his sister, cousin, whoever that girl was that was an officer type shit. Like it was starting to get real crazy for me.
And she's in Raising Kanan.
Well, she has to be kind of because she's tied in. Like she knew Ghost. I'm thinking from when they were younger type.
Yeah,
shit.
That's what I say. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
All right, well, fuck it. If we're gonna talk about all this shit, I guess I can watch it. I'm not against it.
Because then that series leaks over into Power Book Ghost, like shit that happens leaks over into like Kanan. You know what I'm saying? So like all that shit.
This leads into the question: like, do you want to watch it live?
It's literally the Power universe. It's all tied in. So if you don't know what happened in the original Power book, then you don't know what happens in Ghost and why that shit's going on.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, fuck it. If y'all want to watch it, we can even watch it live one day if y'all want. Fuck it.
I don't know about all that.
I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that, my friend.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's content.
Nah, because
bro.
we can't post that. I mean, we can do a live.
People posting live reacting to things on YouTube all the time. I don't know how they
You can
do
do
it.
a live reaction, but you
I don't
can't like
know.
post a whole episode on there.
Oh, I get what you're saying. No, yeah, it'd have to be us watching it for sure. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, fuck it, I'm down. I'll ride with y'all. I'm with it.
I mean, if you catch up to like the Ghost Power or Book 2 Season 2 finale, if you catch up by then, I'd do a live watch of that.
Give me a timeline.
They're at Sunday will be episode 3. I'm assuming somewhere in between 6 to 8 episodes. So
I got like a month and a half.
Probably about a month, yeah.
Man, just watch it. You gonna watch it or not, man?
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. Nigga, I'm with it. Time me up, I guess.
All right. Well, shit. I mean, at that point, shit, we've been at this thing for 2+, so we can call it shit.
This is gonna be the 50 BMF.
50 appreciation.
Who's a rapper? Bino, Mount Westmore. So that's really what we have to do at some point. We have to get a chart together and put our Mount Westmores, because it's like 3 or 4 now that we've broken it down into.
Levels. Yeah, we can do that.
We should do that. I feel like we should start that trend.
We'll do that on a digital form later. But shit, all right. Well, shit, I'm your boy Black.
XEI. Your boy Tay, man.
Shit, thanks for checking us out on episode number 5.
Yes, we appreciate all of y'all.
Remember Fizzle. Fives, put your 5s up.
And we up out of here.
Peace.